or community is affected, help is available online and by phone 24/7. For free, confidential advice, support and counselling for everyone, contact 1-800-RESPECT. There's no place for domestic or family violence. Help is here. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra. Help is available online and by phone 24/7. For free, confidential advice, support and counselling for everyone, contact 1-800-RESPECT. There's no place for domestic or family violence. Help is here. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra. All communities affected. Help is available online and by phone 24/7. For free, confidential advice, support and counselling for everyone, contact 1-800-RESPECT. There's no place for domestic or family.
And a very good afternoon and welcome to Icon Park, the VFL Women's Match of the Day. You've been listening to the TalkRadio.com pre-game show. We're now joined by viewers on YouTube by the VFLW YouTube channel. And if you do come to the ground at Icon Park, you can also on 89.1 FM. And a very good afternoon and welcome to Icon Park, the VFL Women's Countdown to the Day. PM bounce down to between Darebin and Carlton. Darebin joined by 7th on the table on YouTube by the VFLW YouTube channel. Both sides. But I guess we're going to have a lot of counts. 89.1 FM. And a very good afternoon and welcome to Icon Park, the VFL Countdown to the Day. PM bounce down to between Darebin and Carlton. Darebin joined by 7th on the table on YouTube by the VFL obviously both sides at the moment. But I guess we're going to have a lot of counts. 89.1 FM. And a very good afternoon and welcome to Icon Park, the VFL PM bounce down to between Darebin and Carlton. Darebin joined by 7th on the table on YouTube by the VFL obviously both sides at the moment. But I guess we're going to have a lot of counts. 89.1 FM. So let's go from that it's the biggest game they want, it's whether she actually sits down and says, it's the biggest game they say lose about 3 or 4 things. If you're the list manager of the do you blow it up? Do you lose talent off your A-game? Do you go right and say, look, buying everyone out, anyone that's of age, let's take racing, but let's trade them out, let's clear out the whole thing, let's go to the track. They say lose about 3 or 4 things.
Yes and no. I think, yes, you've got to do that to a point. You can't throw everyone away. You've got to have some of the young guys coming in. If these prospects for some of the young guys do it, if they're playing in the VFL, go to get opportunities. But coming from up there, it's going to be very difficult. I think you've got to have do that to a big list. You can't throw everyone away. But you're going to have some of the young guys coming in. If these prospects, they're going to drain some of these players in the VFL. I know that. But coming to the whole, it's a certain amount. I think you've got to have do that to a big list. Ability and this everyone. But you're going to have some of the young guys coming in. They're going to drain some of these players in the VFL. Coming to the whole, it's a certain amount. I think you've got to have do that to a big list. Ability and this everyone. But you're going to have
okay, let me go to dancing and you get around dancing. Obviously you say, right, they're going to drain some of these players. Get the coach down there. Do you do something with the whole say for example, say, okay, let's speak with Darcy on the market and see which can you go, okay, let me go to say Darcy and see Darcy get back with trade. Say, don't worry about trading up and coming back. You'll top end talent, you're great.
it's an interesting proposition.
You do something with the whole
It is like a state of origin.
with Darcy on the market, which can go Darcy agrees with trade
If you're Carlton, I would imagine you probably keep Darcy Messier there. I think more, what are you going to do with your walkers and your probably sharp with those yo-yo players? What did you invest absolutely everything into your yo-yo players and you bring them up into AFLW standard? Or maybe you do put Darcy Messier up on the market and try and get Darcy Messier there. I think more, what are you going to do with for her because she'd be willing to put your probably sharp with those yo-yo players? What did you invest absolutely everything into your yo-yo players?
I want to look at
Bring them up into AFLW standard.
Let's say Grace Eagle
Maybe you do put Darcy Messier up and probably keep
come out and say, we're not going anywhere. We're staying back with Carlton. Yeah, we had a tough season, but we're not going anywhere. I want to look at that. If that happens, let's say all of a sudden Grace Eagle, let's say the expansion comes come in and they start out and say, let's say we're not going anywhere. We're staying back with Carlton. Or they try, yeah, we had a tough season, but we're not going anywhere. They're only coaches that like that have a bit of depth talent. Let's say all of a sudden Grace Eagle also the track, expansion comes come in and they start out and say, we're going to be a fair bit back.
Yeah, well, they're going to be looking at that first off, aren't they? To get their players, and they'll be looking towards those top three sides of the new coming in. Where do they attack? Do they attack will they be able to? Yeah, well, they're going to be stand or stop to get their players, and they'll be looking at, as you say, some of the girls want to stay mainly with three sides of the new coming in. Where do they attack? Do they attack on staying in will they be able to? Yeah, well, they're going to be stand or stop to get their players, and they'll be looking at, as you say, some of the girls want to stay mainly with three sides of the new coming in. Where do they attack? Do they attack?
Getting ready to go back up to the AFLW. We're taking on the proviso that a couple of I mentioned they're going to be stand. So therefore, it's not really going to getting ready to go back up to the AFLW. And then she's the type of player taking on it. If she does start too well, she's the type of player that may, I mean, we don't know what's going on there, but she may say, you know what, I've been here at Carlton for days, she's the type of player that just getting ready to go back up to the and then she's a good taking on someone who can start too well, a little bit of experience that may not there, but she may say, I've been here at Carlton for days, contributor with intellectual property, Mike Pete's on the type of player that just Carlton is getting ready to go back up to
the other side of the same think the same. Different coaches have different views. And so, will they think that, okay, I'll try and develop that person into that type of player, even though she was doing that type of game the opposition side, in the other side, do they do that? And that's up to think the same. Different coaches have different views. And so, will they think that, okay, I'll try and develop that person into that type of player, even though she was doing that type of game.
stand out of the ground there, warm up now. You might be a bit confused if you do watch that. Why are Carlton wearing white? This is actually a Darebin home game.
So, will they think that, okay,
Darebin
I'll try and develop that person
Darebin Carlton blue out of the ground as it is a Carlton jump up. Darebin ends up getting a home game. Why are Carlton wearing white to this University? Darebin Day. Darebin's will be a Sunday. Darebin Carlton versus Darebin Carlton coming out of the ground as it is a Carlton. I don't know if jump up. Darebin ends up getting a home game. Why are Carlton wearing white to University? Darebin Day. Darebin's will be a Sunday. Darebin Carlton versus Darebin Carlton coming out of the ground as it is a Carlton. I don't know if jump up. Darebin ends up getting a home game.
so I feel like that here, I feel like it's wonderful because like on prime time. Yeah.
So you got to look at did they have some of those measures because they were losing?
So I feel like that here, I feel like it's prime time. Yeah.
So you got to look at
Melbourne's back, baby.
did they have some of those
A lot of people out there, which is fantastic to see.
So I feel like that here, I feel like it's
So let's talk about, let's break it down about Darebin and Carlton. Taste, we talked about experience. Melbourne's back, baby. A lot of people out there, which is fantastic. Up against the Carlton side that again has got the players that can So let's talk about, let's break it down about Darebin and Carlton. Taste, we talked about experience. Melbourne's back, baby.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It is fairly even. Even Carlton last week, although they went down to late in the game, kick away. Tom Stutton was a bit blunt in his assessment of last week's match. Darebin are a strong team on paper. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It is fairly tight. Even Carlton last week.
Let's go with your tip. Come on, give me a tip for my helmet.
Carlton under a guy. I think they've got too much to say. Last week, Darebin are a switch for them throughout the week. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It is fairly tight.
very, very difficult. No one there than
Let's go with your tip. Come on, give me a tip for my helmet.
Carlton need, they've got a job to do today.
Carlton
They want to play
they've got too much to say.
keep it in touch with the finals. They must win. But I'm going to go for Darebin only because I know their tenacity, their team factor, no overall.
Let's go with your tip.
But Carlton need, they've got a job to do today. Carlton, I think around about 18 to 50 in touch with the chance to bring back that win. But big lessons. I'm going to go for Darebin.
And I'm going to say that
team factor, no overall.
let's go with your tip.
Carlton need, they've got a job to do today. Carlton, I think around about 18 to 50 in touch with the chance to bring back that win. But big lessons. I'm going to go for Darebin.
And just want to go and say that so what we might do, we might try and take a very good rest on unannounced around here. When we return, so we don't go through
The commentary of the game you're currently listening to is from the volunteers at Women's Australian Rules Football Radio. Founded in 2014, WARF Radio is not just here to provide a professional call the women's game deserves, but also provide important experience for those wanting a career in sports media. Commentary of the game past or present listening to us from the volunteers at Women's Australian Rules and you'd like to give football commentary a try, visit www.arfradio.com and click on volunteer. That's www.gamesgamesradio.com and click on volunteer experience.
Hi, I'm Natalie Arnett from NITV. Sunday, March 27 is Neighbour Day, a national celebration of community. It brings together people from next door, the local community, and even online. It's a day that reminds us why having strong social connections is not only good for our own well-being, but also for the well-being of those around us. But the real strength is in knowing that Neighbour Day isn't just one day, it's every day. Find out how you can get involved at Neighbour Day, the local community, and even online. It's a day that reminds us why having strong social connections is not only good for our own well-being, but also for the well-being of those around us. But the real strength is in knowing that Neighbour Day isn't just one day, it's every day. Find out how you can get involved at Neighbour Day, the local community, and even online. It's a day that reminds us why having strong social connections is not only good for our own well-being, but also for the well-being of those around us. But the real strength is in knowing that Neighbour Day isn't just one day, it's every day. Find out how you can get involved at Neighbour Day, the local community,
And welcome back to our VFLW commentary on our match of the day. We do believe we're getting some looping audio at the moment from our VFLW stream. We do have a 4:10 p.m. bounce down. Umpires are just getting ready to come out onto the ground now. What we're going to do is we're going to just go to the footy song just for a moment, just while we try and sort our technical issues for those that are listening on the YouTube stream. So those with us on the radio, stand by. We'll be back with you in approximately 1 minute. Okay, welcome back to our VFLW YouTube stream listeners, also as well to those on WARFradio.com, 89.1 FM at the ground delay free. Peter Holden, Toby Hanson and Alan Matthews with you. Good to know we've got the audio fixed. Thanks to those in the live chat that let us know we managed to fix things here very quickly at the ground, which was a bit of a shame, Alan, because we're having a great discussion about Carlton's list earlier, about what to do if Maddie Prespakis, Grace Egan, for example, Lucy McAvoy got poached by other clubs. Do you blow up the list? If they do elect to stay, if Prespakis, Egan, McAvoy said, no, we're not going anywhere, we're sticking fat with Carlton, then how do you try and attack it to try and get the best players possible when you're far back in the draft, coming into a very difficult period for all the current clubs, expansion?
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see what the Blues do because, like you said, do they go reactionary? Do they bring in a flock of new talent and get rid of someone like a Darcy Vesio, or do you just stick fat with what you've got and so a couple of those yo-yo players just invest heavily into them, Alan?
Yeah, that's right. The whole concise looking at all sides of the point of view, you build around certain players to do certain things and. Okay, doesn't always work, we know, because the style of game of whoever playing the opposition is not going to let them do an easy goal down to Vesio and easy stuff coming that way. So if you take a Vesio out and do that where they get someone else and put them in and she goes somewhere else and going into a, say, an Essendon side, will she be the same type of player?
Oh, sorry, Alan, the they, theirs, sorry. She, I was always going to say she as well, pardon me. Darcy preferring the they, their pronouns now.
Okay.
Like we were saying, as you were just picking up on your point earlier, as Ali Builders won the toss and will kick towards the legend stand and left of screen. If the better players do get poached, again, you were saying with Darcy Vesio, and you could say the same with Nicola Stevens, for example. Do you put them on the market, say, well, if we're going to blow it up and get the youngsters, anyone over a certain age, let's just clear them out to see if we can get the best possible draft picks? Because, again, you can have sides, for example, like a Melbourne that are there in the premiership window. They might lose one or two players. They might be interested in picking up players from you. You've also got a Collingwood, which is thereabouts, a Richmond who could do with a bit more experience. Those clubs that would be interested in picking from you. Like Carlton, Geelong almost faced the same problem as well down the bottom end. Even Richmond faced that same problem of you're at that point of if you get one or two of your best players poached and your list doesn't run deep, do you just clear out the rest and get the best possible draft picks for them and think long term?
And that's, I think some of them are possibly doing that, but the short-term point of view, you want to make sure you win games, and that's what the ultimate, the coach is trying to do, win games.
And, of course, as we alluded to, if you missed it or we had the audio issues on our VFL YouTube stream, we did say that obviously if Prespakis stays, McAvoy stays, Egan stays, of course, then how do you try and manoeuvre with what depth you've got in your list to try and move off one or two players, but to still obviously get your good draft position. But nonetheless, that's a chat that we'll go into in detail for another day, because we've got a football game to focus on here between Darebin and Carlton. As we said, Carlton are wearing the white jumpers because even though it's at Icon Park, they are actually the away team today. This game was moved here from Latrobe to Icon Park. Darebin will be the home team. We're just about ready to get underway in the middle. It looks like it's going to be Borg for Carlton starting in the ruck, and she's going to be up against Sally Lynch. To get you underway, he's got the L plates on today. His first go as play-by-play commentator. Here is Toby Hansen.
Siren sounds at Icon Park. It's Darebin and Carlton, and up goes Lynch and Borg. Taps out. Carlton have a chance to clear it, only as far as their ruckman again. It's a scrappy start to the play. Darebin, a clear and kick to high centre half forward, and it's well marked. It's knocked out, not paid. And scrappy football again. Borg trying to get it.
Yeah, was trying to find Bill there and couldn't pick it up. Going on their hands and knees is shown, who tried to get it out there immediately. Comes out the ball. Ball gets a quick little hand pass. Now finds Bill. Bill is going to try and get it in space, get the little hand pass away quickly. Didn't quite stick out there. Brandy Lee was coming on by. Goes back for a second crack at it. Gets the kick. Goes towards centre wing. Looking for Poppy Sharp to come out and try and meet the football. Got a bit of a nudge. Umpire says in the back. Free kick. And going the way of the Carlton Football Club and Poppy Sharp. Around the 35 today. Looking around for some options. Was thinking about going inboard, elect to go up the line. Borg had it momentarily, just popped out of her hands at the crucial moment. Tried to get an interesting hand pass away. The umpire says that's actually holding the football. And that's a free kick, and that's going the way of Plunkett for the Darebin Falcons. She'll have the opportunity to go with a short pass, and that's what she does. Goes up the line and managing to put it in the hands of Millie Schoen.
Millie Schoen out, long down the line to find a option at high half forward. The contest goes up and Darebin have a chance to go forward with Celebre. Only as far as Carlton's defender, and I can't see a number on the front of her jumper there.
23, that is Annie Lee.
23, Annie Lee now goes short, tries to find Borg. Can't, it spills through a couple. Kolevsky has a chance to get it out, but it's spilled out, and as Gogos goes forward for Darebin at just above the hot spot. It's spilling around, her hands out, it's Gogos again, she's wrapped up. Spills out once more. Celebre has a chance, she jumps on the football, and the umpire says it's my football. About 30, I reckon, from Darebin's home.
As the umpire will take the ball back, Darebin going towards the Royal Parade end of the ground. One out there by Georgia Borg, tapped it into space, who wants to get onto it. It looked like it was Gogos who got a kick towards Cullinan, who got dispossessed of the football. Quick little hands out to Borg on that occasion by Lily Goss. Got out towards the half-back flank on the city side of the ground. Foot race is on there. Blackwood gets there first for Darebin. Overran it, had to go back and get it again. Got it across to Lynch. Lynch towards the half-forward line. Picking up the football while under pressure is Emma McKay. Had to get a hurried hand pass out. Kick around the corner for the Falcons. Close towards the boundary line. Just seen over and out in the end. The player putting on the pressure was Thornycroft for the Blues. We'll get some thoughts from our match analyst today, Alan Matthews.
At the present stage, it's fairly even. Borg's very strong in the ruck and getting a lot of touches around the ground. Gogos is a couple there, but not clear enough with her kicking at the moment. Just couldn't get through to get a big kick and been nullified and tackled a couple of times. So at the present stage, both sides are fairly scrambly and they're trying to break away. They're both looking for each other, which is good, but at the present stage, it's going in from Borg, who's getting the knockout most of the times.
And Millie Schoen just took it straight out of the pack. And did it go the required distance? No, according to the umpire. It was straight into the breadbasket of Mifsud, and the umpire says, I'll take the football back. She was worn closely by Nadia Moore. How do you like it? More. As the umpire takes the ball up in the air again, and we reset the play. Mifsud did the ruck work on that occasion. Tapping the ball in front there is Nicolau, who got it in towards the centre square. Now going through there is Cullinan for Darebin. She's fighting and scrapping for the football on that occasion with Lily Goss. And the umpire says there is no prior opportunity. We will call for the ball up.
Just inside the centre square. Up go the ruckman and spilled out. Scrappy ball early. Makes its way into Darebin's forward 50. A scrapped kick out, but it's only as far as Lily Goss. And a great tackle. It's gone holding the ball. And an excellent tackle there from Katie McLoon. Alan, where are you putting this one? Are you going for the big sticks or are you dropping it short?
She'll have a quick look. If she can get a lead, yes, it would do so, but I think she's going to have a shot at goals.
35 from home, swings around onto the right. It's moving its way left. Can't get a mark. It'll be punched and tapped over the line by Alyssa Misford. And we're in that broadcast side forward pocket, close to home.
As we wait for the ball to be thrown back into play. Royal Parade end of the ground. Once again, it's going to be Mifsud versus Borg in this contest. Mifsud got a slight tap to it. Coming through there, and the kick hand pass was courtesy of the player in Celebri, who tried to set it up in the forward pocket. Steph Simpson came charging on in. She's watching on the outside of the pack. Gurr watching on also for Carlton. And the umpire says going nowhere. Ball up. Player on the bottom of the pack was Kolevsky. And she gives it back to the umpire. Umpire throws the ball high in the air, and away we go again. Picking up the ball is Steph Simpson. Kicks around the corner. And
That's
mark taken for Darebin. And on a 45-degree angle, 10 metres out from goal. Kicking it is going to be the number 39 in Emma McKay. So McKay will be looking for Darebin's first. Her
Shocking kick.
I think Alan Matthews described it best. Away to the left-hand side, and that will register as a minor score. That is the Darebin Falcons. They are one behind. Carlton yet to score. Here on WARFradio.com, 89.1 FM at the ground, and delay-free. That's 89.1 FM, and on YouTube.
The AFL listed. Annie Lee brings it back in, a thumping kick to a high half back, but it's Darebin who can try and win. Poppy Sharp's down the bottom there. Win by Amelia Klingbeil. She had a stack of the footy last week. Simone Rudin will win it, and she dances around one, gets it off to her teammate in Lawson Tavan, who goes high into the centre square, only as far as a pack. Wrapped up is the Darebin player by Sarah Ingram, and the umpire, after a moment, says it'll be my football.
At the present stage, Darebin seems to be in control of the ball, looking forward all the time at the present stage.
Just the one score thus far in the opening couple of minutes of this contest between the Blues and Darebin. Forward goes Mackay. She can't pick up the football. Angelica Gogos is in there as well. Carlton, they're just flooding the packs at the minute. It's at a high centre half forward for Darebin Falcons. Spills out, wrapped out around. And here comes the Falcons. Swings around onto her right. Touched. It was touched by, I think it was Nadia Moore. And Darebin have another behind. It's 2 behinds to nothing. Carlton haven't really gotten it past the centre circle, Pete.
Yeah, struggling at the moment to get it out her own back line. Mark taken there by Annie Lee in the back pocket. Royal Parade side of the ground. Here at Icon Park. VFLW round 5 action. 7th versus 9th battle as it's up. Oh, Callanan flew too early. Missed out on that, but got the frequent flyer miles. Thornycroft kicked it long up towards the centre wing position. Overran the football when she tried to chase up her own ball. Getting in there is Milford as well for Carlton. And the umpire says, I'll take the football back and we'll call for a ball up. Hello to all those watching on YouTube. We'll give you a shout out during the breaks. And particularly Brian Barish watching all the way from Philadelphia in the US of A. Going there is Poppy Sharp for the Blues. Hand pass out there was quick by originally by Klingbeil. Almost hit the teammate up the creek and taken away there. It looks like by Missett, who kicked the ball long in towards the forward line for Darebin, only to be intercepted, and that occasion taken by Nadia Moore. She'll go with a short kick towards the back pocket on the broadcast side of the ground. Taking it on that occasion is Lenny Lee, who now moves it towards the halfback flank position through the legs there of Ali Build, her captain. Going to be a turnover. Steph Simpson goes with the kick. Got a player on here in the pocket. That player is the number 19 in Rachel Hibbert, who'll try and square it up towards the goal square. Problem was numbers were 3-on-1 favouring the Blues. And it was a mark taken by Nadia Moore. Moore goes towards the back pocket. This occasion taken by Sarah Ingram. Ingram kicks up the line. Mark taken by Georgia Borg. Borg got a player leading out towards the centre wing position. The ball bounces away from her, Charlotte Hammonds. And because it's out of bounds, it's a last disposal free kick. And it is going the way of Jenna Lawson Tavern for the Darebin Falcons.
A lasso rule on that city side of Icon Park. Decides to go short. Only fars Cullinan. She drops it and it spills out. A couple tackles and Carlton, Darebin have a chance to stream forward. They do to a high half forward. Plenty of numbers, and it's a mark from Carlton, picked out of that contest. She'll go across the face to Murphy. Murphy spills around with it, hands out the back. Only as far as, I'm not sure who's kicked that.
It's a goal.
It's come out of the contest, I'm not sure.
Number 17.
That'll be Steph Simpson.
Steph Simpson, the skipper. She's been around forever. And she's got the opener for Darebin Falcons. Excellent start for Darebin. It's 1-2-8 Carlton. Yet to even get it in their forward 50, no score.
Done the Jason Dunstall dribble into the goal square.
And that goal sets it up to 1-2-8 for Darebin. Carlton yet to score. And at the moment, if you're Tom Stafford for Carlton, Alan Matthews, what are you trying to do when you're a bit of a jam in the first half of this first quarter and you just can't get it past halfway?
At the present stage, okay, they're getting the ball, but not sort of like getting it out clear enough. They're short kicking, and it's not helping. They need a long kicks, which they did over in that wing before, but unfortunately went over the line and gave a free kick with the lasso. But they got to get now attacking the ball. They're getting the ball from the knock by Borg. She's getting majority of the knockouts at the present stage, but not clearing enough at the moment.
And Gosling the tackle there on Cullen, and umpire said no proper opportunity. Borg won the tap down again, trying to find Goss. Now the hurry kick here for the Blues is almost going to bring down Rain with the kick as they go towards centre half forward. Poppy Sharp is coming from true centre half forward. She didn't get there, but her teammate did, and that was Stephanie Lawrence. It went to Lauren Brazzali. Whoa! Kicked it inside 50. Oh, the ball just didn't bounce the right way for the Carlton forward to run onto it. Poppy Sharp got all the way back there, covered a bit of ground in those few seconds, managed to hold up the tackle. And the umpire will come in and call for a ball up. For those on YouTube, hello to Chloe Simpson, who's watching on. Also to Dominic. Thanks for your company on this Saturday afternoon here at Icon Park. Mifsud going up the contest versus Milford. Sharp had to get round one, gave it across to Hammonds. Has she got it? She has.
Snuck it in.
That's the reply for Carlton. They move to 1 straight 6. Darebin a 1-2-8 here on WARFradio.com, 89.1 FM at the Ground Delay Free and on the VFLW YouTube channel. And once again, here's Alan Matthews.
They done exactly what I asked them to do. Clear it out wide. They did. They got to the bounce of the ball first. One good bounce come out to the centre half forward position, got the position, another bounce of the ball coming out after a little kick, and then the girl kicked the goal. Quite easy because she broke herself away from the back line from the Darebin girls. So they done exactly the right thing, breaking open and creating, which they got the results.
As we go to restart in the centre of the ground, Imogen Milford, she'll win the tap and her own ground ball. Spills out is Goss. Goss gets her hands over the top to her mate in Klingbill, who scraps it forward, and it's Milford. Milford, scrappy kick. And wrapped up too easily inside the centre square, just a high centre half forward. Umpire says, my football. An even tap out, but it's Gogos who wins the clearance.
She's hanging on.
And it's Lee who will wrap her up. Lily Goss standing around as well. The umpire, he's told him it's a push in the back. It'll be a free kick, Darebin, just behind the centre circle.
Naomi Celebri with that. Yep. She's got it, and she elects to go towards the wing position on broadcast side. Umpire said holding going on in the contest. Free kick going the way of the Falcons, and by the look of it, it'll go to Carly Dupaquet. So Sabine Carly Dupaquet with the football. One of my favourite names to say in the competition.
Of course it is.
She goes along towards the half-forward flank position. Was trying to spot up Mania Huda, but taken away by Thornycroft originally for Carlton. Got out towards the wing. A little bit of holding on there. Free kick going the way of Taylor Kalevsky. and she's almost pointing the wrong way. And the umpire's allowed her to play on, even though she didn't actually come back behind the player on the mark. That's one for the umpire's review during the week. Now going for Milford. Came off the hands. Going in there is Annie Lee. Tries to find the hand pass to Hammonds. Hammonds goes sky high, kicking towards centre half forward. Unlucky bounce there for Poppy Sharp, who came leading out towards her. Trying to smack it along the ground is Ingram. Now over to Poppy Sharp, who momentarily had space. Had to bounce off a player. And that player she bounced off of was Carly Tupake. Now she moves it towards the 50-metre arc on the paint. Overrunning it was Nicolau. Couldn't get onto it. Lily Goss goes in there for Carlton. She lost control of the football. Now at the half-forward flank. The Blues are pressing, but they just can't hold on to the pill. And now the umpire comes in and says, it's all wrapped up. I'll call for a ball up. Jumping over the top there was Victoria Blackwood. Millie Shon on the bottom of the pack. And we'll call for a restart and play.
Restart in play, indeed it is, Peter. Ball goes up. Milford's tried to win it out, but it's only gone as far as Lawson Tavern. She goes long to the wing. It's a foot contest between the two sides. It's the number 7, Hazlitt. She'll win the ball. Carlton, momentarily. Nicolau, she goes to high half forward. Spills out the back. And Carlton have been flooded by Darebin. Again, a clearing kick back towards this wing. A lot of the ball being played on this outer broadcast wing. A hip and shoulder from Maddie DeCosmo, I think it is, and then wraps her up. It'll be ball up on the NAB paint.
I like it, Alan. If you're going to give it a hip and shoulder, do it with some attitude.
It's exactly right. You're supposed to do that little instant before you're talking about on the mark. The two Darebin girls were running off the ground, left it wide open before the other two girls come back on, and that's where the gap was. There was no one on the mark, so he didn't know what to do.
Goss kicked it towards the half-forward flank, taken now by Poppy Sharp, who goes inside 50. Carlton player down. Keep an eye on that, boys. As the ball has popped out towards the half-back flank now for the Darebin Falcons. The kick around the corner. Couldn't quite find Maya. Taken away instead by Ali Build. Build now kicks it inside 50. Got to turn on a sixpence there is Lawrence. Lost control of the football. Hurried little kick out of the pack. Is intercepted by Gogos. Gogos with a little Texas wedge kick. Zelda teammate up the creek. Trying to get in there. Blackwood at the crucial moment. Ball is still in heavy traffic here for Gogos. Goes towards true centre half back, and it works out okay. So now an opportunity to try and relieve the pressure of the Darebin Falcons. And kicking it down the line is McAloon. McAloon trying to find a target. Wasn't successful. Nadia Moore takes it. She's got space to work with. Moore looking for Poppy Sharp, who's behind in the contest on this occasion. Ball got brought to ground. Lawson Tavern played it well. Her kick, though, wasn't all that flash. McAloon kicks along the carpet, though. Coming in there is Millie Shon. Got checked by Vanessa Murphy. Murphy picks it up against the boundary line. Goes off with a quick little hand pass. One stepping kick to the dangerous hotspot. 25 metres out from goal. Ball bouncing towards the goal square. Who wants control of it? Simpson tried to kick it off the carpet while under pressure. Coming through there is Meyer for the Darebin Falcons. She relieves. She goes towards the half-back flank. Now it's Steph Simpson picking it up. I should have said it was Gunn earlier. Now Simpson goes out towards the centre wing position. Nothing on for Darebin if they go up the line. Being dumped was Hibbert, and the umpire says, no, it's all fine. You didn't drop it. We'll throw the football in right in front of our broadcast position, Alan Matthews.
Thought it was a push in the back. But anyway, they got away with it. The umpire's got the ball out there, throwing it in.
Game being brought back in right under our noses here in the commentary box. On the wing, it'll be a hit out to Darebin's advantage, but Carlton will make the most of it. And they'll throw themselves on top of the football. Out is Thornycroft. She gets a quick kick out, and Poppy Sharp, she has a chance to run. It's held up momentarily, and it'll be Darebin who have won this little contest. Michaela Meyer hooks around onto her left, a high half back. It's Carlton who have got all the numbers with Strumman Denoli. She brings it back into this forward line, inside 50, and once again rebounded very quickly, only as far as Ali Beard. She's dropped it, and this ball is just being played between these 20 metres. Only as far as Meyer. Meyer gets her kick smothered, and I think it's Bryony Gurr that's down there. Her football then spills out. Lawson Tavern tries to get a kick around. You can't. And now Simpson gets the handball. It'll spill out. Lasso rule.
Yep, Meyer, because she hand passed, that means it was out of bounds on the full, even if she was being spun around. And that means picking it up is now going to be Thornycroft. And Thornycroft decides to square the football up to 45 metres out from goal. Fingertipper Hammonds couldn't quite pull it in. She did all the hard work, besieged upon by a pack of Falcons. In goes Callanan. Everyone wants to jump on top of the footy. The umpire says it's a stalemate. We'll call for a ball up and get some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
at the present stage, it's really, really scrambled here. They've tried to open up Carlton. They're playing a hell of a lot better than what they were in the early part of the quarter. They are now starting to look for each other and going down the forward line. But unfortunately, the back line of Darebin is holding them back.
As the ball is locked in there, the umpire will ask for the football back. On the bottom of the deck there, Thornycroft once again. Umpire looks for the nominating rucks. It's going to be Lynch versus Borg. Lynch wins it for the Falcons with a slap over the back of their head. Work being done there by Build. Borg tries to lay the tackle. Came out to Lily Goss, who was looking for Sharp, who elected to stay down as three players flew through the air. And all the numbers were with the Darebin Falcons. Off the side of the pack, only as far as Ali Build, who swallows that. Ali Build gets on the right boot, sets it up. There's plenty of Falcons there, and I think they heard the footsteps, Callanan, and lost control of the football. Sally Lynch kicks it around the corner. One bounce over, and it didn't even matter if it was on the full or not. Last disposal rule means it's a free kick, and it's going the way of Ali Build.
Ali Build at a high half forward for the Blues. Can the Baggers get one here? Swings around onto the right, launches it in. Side 50. Spills out. It can't be one. We don't have that
Tackle.
one. Number 4 from Carlton. Might have to.
Olivia Madden, emergency.
Olivia Madding, the emergency. Well, it's quarter time, and Carlton, although they had the momentum late in that quarter, they're still down by 2 points. It's 1-2-8 Darebin against the Blues, 1 straight 6.
Well, Alan Matthews, I don't want to use the cliche of it was a quarter of two halves, but it was, wasn't it?
Well, definitely. Darebin took control early after, Borg taking the ruck and whatever. Then they sort of like consolidated, looking well, opening out the forward line, got the results. Didn't quite get the 2 goals. They had one there bounce away and a shocking kick going in towards there at one stage. And then, as I said, that what Carlton's got to do, open up their forward line, which they start to do. Then they start to look for their ball, the player downfield who was in front. Unfortunately, couldn't get the mark because the Darebin are very tight down that back line and keeping it tight there. They got to break open once there and got the goal and steady down the ship.
I'll get Toby Hansen just to get some AFLW scores from Collingwood and Richmond, but I have some breaking news from Brent Sternberg, who called with us early this morning. He's watching the game and says, Christina Bernardi of Richmond seriously injured, potentially another knee, maybe.
3/4 time at Victoria Park. Currently it's Collingwood 4-7-31 to Richmond's 1-3-9. And Jamie Lambert for the Pies, just a lazy 28 disposals to 3/4 time, Pete.
So if that holds up and Collingwood win, then that officially is Carlton's AFLW season finished and officially the Bulldogs' AFLW season finished.
Well, they should have something to work for if they do know the scores. I should imagine they get them around the ground and on the coach's point of view.
1-2-8 the Darebin Falcons. Carlton 1 straight 6 at quarter time. Goal kickers, 1 for Steph Simpson of the Darebin Falcons and 1 for Charlotte Hammonds of Carlton. Having a quick look at the stats for you. Toby will get for you shortly the team stats. Hopefully, are they on the app? You might be able to bring that up there for us.
Yeah.
For Carlton, better players. Lily Goss has got 7 disposals, 6 each to Build, Borg and Hammonds, 5 each to Klingbeil, Sharp and Thornycroft. And if we go to the Darebin Falcons, 9 to Gogos, 7 to Lawson Tavern, 5 each to Celebri, McKay, Meyer and Simpson. What are we looking with this team breakdown?
We're looking at, Carlton are more so going by hand, 30 handballs to Darebin's 19, whereas Darebin are going much more by foot, probably because of those rebounding kicks off the half-back line. So that's 43 to 37, and the inside 50s at the moment, it's Darebin 9, Carlton 13.
We'll take this opportunity to take a break here at quarter time on WARFradio.com and 89.1 FM at the ground and the VFLW YouTube stream where it is Darebin 1-2-8 Carlton 1 straight 6.
The commentary of the game you're currently listening to is from the volunteers at Women's Australian Rules Football Radio. Founded in 2014, WARF Radio is not just here to provide a professional call the women's game deserves, but also provide important experience for those wanting a career in sports media. If you're a past or present women's footballer or coach or a media student and you'd like to give football commentary a try, visit WARFradio.com and click on volunteer. That's WARFradio.com and click on volunteer.
Hi, I'm Natalie Armatt from NITV. Sunday, March 27 is Neighbour Day. a national celebration of community. It brings together people from next door, the local community, and even online. It's a day that reminds us why having strong social connections is not only good for our own well-being, but also for the well-being of those around us. But the real strength is in knowing that Neighbour Day isn't just one day, it's every day. Find out how you can get involved at neighbourday.org.
Hey.
Hi.
Yo, what's up? We're here for RAD.
Here's a simple word of advice.
Don't drink and drive.
If you plan to drink, plan ahead.
Give up the keys.
Either drink or drive. Don't mess around trying to do both.
When you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road.
It takes a lot of courage to convince a friend not to drive after they've been drinking, but you might just be saving their life.
So if you plan to drink, plan not to drive.
What do you listen to while you're waiting for the next VFLW game on Wharf Radio? Do you long for the days when radio stations played music that you knew without being constantly bombarded with ads and by announcers who want to make it about themselves and not about the music? Welcome to GoRadio.live. We're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, playing the very best music of the past 70 years. You can listen at www.goradio.live, or better still, download the free GoRadio.live app for your Apple or Android device. GoRadio.live. It's radio as it should be.
It's the VFL Women's Match of the Day.
On WARFradio.com, 89.1 FM at the ground, delay free. And also on the VFLW YouTube stream, you are watching the VFLW Match of the Day. We had a 4 bounce down this afternoon between Darebin and Carlton. You've got Peter Holden, Toby Hansen, and Alan Matthews will be back with us in just a moment's time. Like we said at the pre-game show, this looked like it was going to be an even contest on paper, and it's proving to be so far.
Yeah, it is, Pete, just the 2 points in it to quarter time. Something I saw interesting throughout that break, both the Carlton and the Darebin huddles were about 10 metres from each other. Thought that was something a bit different, something I haven't seen before, particularly at this level. But yeah, this is a tight game, and Carlton, well, they had the momentum late, but they just really couldn't get it in the goal square sort of area, in that hotspot area.
Just a quick plug, by the way, for our coverage tomorrow. Obviously, you can watch all games on YouTube, bar one game each week, which is the AFL.com.au stream. Some games will have our WharfRadio.com commentary. We will be tomorrow at the Hangar in Tullamarine to bring you Essendon and the Southern Saints, beginning at 10 a.m. on WharfRadio.com and on the YouTube stream at about 11:15. Umpire holds the football aloft. We are underway here for the second term. And it's going to be Borg going up against Lynch. Borg wins it down, put it into space. Racing after it was Gogos. Couldn't get there. Borg does receive the handball in the end. Running into heavy traffic. The good spill put on by McAloon. Ball got out towards the Carlton halfback flank. Running it is De Cosmo, who had to get rid of it quickly. Did so smartly. The long kick up towards the centre wing found Poppy Sharp, who gave up the hand pass to Thornycroft. Thornycroft with the football. Got it across to Imogen Milford, who was beaten out in the end by Jenna Lawson-Tavern, who went with a hand pass that was too hot there for Nicole Cullinan. Milford went back in again for the second effort. Got it across to Nicolau. Nicolau for Carlton was looking in the Hammonds direction, away from her. Off the feet there is Sally Lynch. Sharp had it, then gave it across to Lily Goss. Bouncing football from Goss is away to the left-hand side and will register as a minor score. Carlton 117, Darebin 128, and he's back. Alan Matthews with some thoughts.
At the present stage, okay, Carlton are attacking again from Borg in the middle. She's getting majority of the knockouts. Not quite taking advantage of it with the midfielders.
Ashley Gunn told to move along. It's Jenna Lawson-Tavern. She's wrapped up. And a quick kick out for the Falcons. It's only as far as the Cosmo. It leg breaks on her. It spills through a crunching tackle of Nadia Moore. And this ball, there she is, Nadia Moore. Sorry, that must not have been Nadia Moore before. Forward now, Darebin running onto this ball is the number 26, Michaela Meyer. On top of the football again, Nadia Moore. She's everywhere today. And Meyer wrapped up by Carlton's number 21, Vanessa Murphy.
Meyer should have attacked the ball a little bit more then. Might have been a better advantage.
So we'll throw it up again. Ball hit the ground. Mifsud was lurking nearby, trying to get a hurry kick around the corner was Emma McKay. Bouncing close towards the boundary line, and it has gone over and out. And we'll call for a ball in. And that's about 2 metres around from the left-hand point post. Darebin attacking towards the legend stand end, left of your radio dial or screen if you're watching on YouTube. Umpire throws the football back in. It's spinning back in. Borg versus Mifsud. Mifsud did well, but it went through her hands in the ruck when she tried to take it out. Wanting to jump in there, Nadia Moore can't extract the football. And the umpire says, I need to take the football back. And that's what he does. Thornycroft will give it to the umpire and will reset it 45 metres out from goal. It's high in the air. Mifsud tried to do a little backhander on that occasion. One to Emma McKay.
That's going to go. That's going to go. It's going to go.
Emma McKay with a ball that dribbled along the ground and somehow stayed to the right-hand side of that left goalpost. And it went through, and Emma McKay has stretched the lead out to 7 points. 2-2-14 Darebin. Carlton 1-1-7, and it all started with that little bit of a backhander tap from Mifsud.
Exactly right, and the ball just kept on bouncing. He got a little bit of a foot to it, got clear of what little pack there was, and it kept dribbling, and then done a leg break, a Shane Warne leg break into the goals.
Absolutely brilliant footy, and Darebin stretch it out now to 2-2-14, leading 1-1-7. You've got Peter Holden and Alan Matthews with you in commentary, and also with the old plates on today doing play-by-play, it's Toby Hansen.
Up goes the footy. No one can win it there. De Cosmo, big punch at centre half back, but it spills. And Darebin have a chance to go forward, wrapped up there, and it's with the footy is Kelly Duparquet. She'll get it out. Tries to find Simpson, can't.
She's caught.
And I think she is caught, Alan. Holding the football, Darebin Falcons free kick. These little things going Darebin's way this afternoon. And with
too slow to get rid of it, unfortunately.
I think it's Meyer, Michaelia Meyer.
Yeah, I think it might be. She's at a high centre half forward, rolls around onto the right, thumps it into the forward pocket. Almost a mark from Misford. Gone down. Jumping on top of the footy is Maddie De Cosmo. The ball will stay in there, and it's a ball up in the forward pocket to the left of screen, out the front of the legend stand.
Darebin at the moment, they got that wall up, so if a ball does come out, it should go straight to the Darebin players.
Tapped up again and rolled into a tackle. Given it high.
It's going to Darebin.
Another Darebin free kick. And I think it is Alan Buckley. Probably good 35, 40 metres away from home. Plenty of options in the forward square. Particularly Alyssa Misford. She's just going to stand in the square. She'll go up. It'll be De Cosmo to try and get the punch. It's missed. And sock it out to that left hand back pocket again at 2 sockers in a row, but only as far as Hazlitt. She tries to get wrapped up but can't. Now it's the number 44, it's Blackwood. Victoria Blackwood goes long.
Borg. No.
And Borg tries to hold on to it, but she can't. And the Darebin player wrapped up by Taylor Kavevsky.
That's what Borg, unfortunately, she's doing. She's getting her hands on it, but not gripping it.
Umpire will take the footy back 25 metres out from the Darebin goal. They're pressing again. High in the air it goes. One out on this occasion by Borg. Finds the safety of the boundary line, and that's where we'll call for a ball in. You've just joined us, Darebin 2-2-14, Carlton 1-1-7. Early stages of this second term on WARFradio.com and on the VFLW YouTube stream. As we wait for the ball to come back into play, it's spinning back in. Good tap work. Mifsud read it best in the end, but her kick was immediately smothered off the boot. So gained no advantage whatsoever. On the outside of the pack, lurking around was Gurr. Goss wants it to come out as well. Gurr will now go in there. Celebrity trying to get involved for the Darebin Falcons. Simpson watches on, and the umpire says, I'll take it back. 25 metres out from Darebin's goal. Currently sitting 7th on the table, Darebin. Just one win now behind Collingwood after the Pies beat Port Melbourne earlier today. Thornycroft kicks it towards true centre half back. Here comes Poppy Sharp, tried to lay on the pressure. Thornycroft goes in again. Hurry kick around the corner, wasn't to flash.
Smothered.
I think Kelly Duparquet tried to go in there. In fact, it was Huda, pardon me, who did. And it's popped out towards the pocket for Brazzali. Gave off quick hands. Delivered the kick around the corner. It's a high floating ball. A bit of a shove there from Hammonds, and Blackwood will get up and take the resulting free kick 60 metres out from goal.
60 metres away from home, Victoria Blackwood. On the half-back line, rolls around onto the right. She's gone short. It's a scrubber kick. It's bowled them over. Taken out middle leg and off stump. Carlton look to go back to clear it out through centre half-back, and it's only as far as shown. She pops it out, and now Nikolai tackled. How did she get rid of that? To Goss. Goss wrapped up as well. Carlton have a chance to get out, but they just can't. Darebin
on the shoulder. They
just can't get through. Thornycross wrapped up by Sally Lynch. The umpire has picked out a free kick, and Thornycross swings around on her right, and it's Lily Goss on the wing, just in front of the paint on broadcast side. Carlton, they've got space. They've got so much space. Brazzali, she takes a bounce, takes another one. She'll take a third one. Inside 50 now. Dumps it onto the right. Any chance? No. Ashley Gunn on the line, punches it through for a behind. And at the Carlton College end of the ground, the Royal Parade end,
run out of legs in.
Darebin will kick it back into play. Victoria Blackwood right in that back pocket, broadcast side.
1-2-8 Carlton, Darebin 2-2-14. As we wait for the kick, and it is long towards the half-back flank. How's it going to set? A few players jumped for it. Klingbeil was one of them for Carlton. Came out. Uda tried to get a hurry kick away for the Darebin Falcons. Went up the line. Getting in there is Gogos. And the umpire will take the football back, and we'll get some thoughts from Alan Matthews. So we'll just get you just to adjust your microphone, Alan, just down a little bit. Thanks, mate.
Okay. Yeah, just again, Darebin early in the quarter, like the first quarter, was control at the moment. And Carlton had one opportunity. They just missed the opportunity from a wide open space, kicking it down that wing side over there, but kicking short, and unfortunately Darebin knocked it through for a point.
And originally taken away by Gurr. Her kick, though, intercepted now by Lynch. Lynch tries to come back inboard for Darebin. Caught in heavy traffic. Bill trying to come through. Umpire says that's holding without the football. Carlton free kick. And it's to the captain, Ellie Bild. So she'll have it almost on the NAB AFLW logo on the centre wing broadcast side. Elects to go towards centre half forward. It's a high floating kick. Several hands up in the air. The umpire said it was touched by several hands, so you've got to play on as trying to get a hurry kick away. Celebrity out of that. Went towards the centre half forward position. Now sent back from whence it came by Nadia Moore. Her kick didn't go far. Back to the original kicker in Celebrity. She kicked it along the carpet. Got as far as Alan Buckley, who got wrapped up. Had to try and squeeze the football out. We're near centre half forward here for Carlton. Hammonds goes in there, fighting and scrapping hard with Victoria Blackwood. And the umpire says, I'll take the footy back. 2-2-14 Darebin, 1-2-8 Carlton. As the ball is thrown up in the air halfway through this second term. Oh, clever little tap there to Poppy Sharp. Immediately smothered off the boot by Blackwood. Trying to get in there and feed the football out is Hibbert while under pressure. Sharp in there as well. Celebrity went to go kick it off the ground. Brought down was Lawrence when she tried to get her kick away. Still heavy traffic 30 metres out from Carlton's goal. The umpire says no pro opportunity and will call for a ball up. I think it's Klingbeil that was on the bottom of that pack. We'll give the footy back to the umpire. We're at the Royal Parade end of the ground. Lynch this time to go against Milford. Ball on the ground. Lawrence is going to try and run in there. Put some heat on Celebrity. In goes Gogos. She's on hands and knees. Over went the football, and the umpire again will come in and say no pro opportunity. And we'll call for a ball up 35 metres out from the Carlton goal.
Still a little bit crowded at the moment. Borg's has been very good in that middle still.
Poppy Sharp, she's standing over the footy, can't quite win it. A scrubby football, the umpire will ask for it once more. And we're still at that probably 30, 25 metres away from home for the Carlton side, who are playing at their spiritual home, of course, but it is an away game, so they're in the white. Spilling out, it's a quick clearing kick, only as far as centre half back. And the umpire's picked out another free kick. It'll be a free kick to Darebin. They look to go centreboard, but they can't. It's spilled out. I think it's the Cosmo. Might not have been Gurr now. She has a chance to go to half forward as far as Hammonds. Hammonds tries to win it, but it spills around her and bounces around. Blackwood has a chance to clear it. She does toward the wing or a high half back. Wrapped up is Callanan, and once more the umpire's going to ball it up. Alan Matthews.
There's still a little bit scrambly. Carlton's attacking a lot more, again, like we did in that first quarter. Darebin the first half of it. Now Carlton's starting to fight back with tenacious type of work, trying to burst the ball through the pack, but can't get through that Darebin backline at the moment.
Thornycroft immediately wrapped up there by Buckley, and the umpire will take the football back and throw it high in the air once more. Between centre and half-forward flank for Carlton, the umpire's pulled out a free kick for a holding infringement, and it's going the way of Angelica Gogos. So Gogos with the footy at half-back here for the Falcons. Wants to go towards centre wing on the City side of the ground. Went through several sets of hands. Klingbeil picked it up off the carpet. Went with a hand pass back to a player in Annie Lee. Who is gone. She is Max gone. Yes, and that free kick going the way of the Falcons. And by the look of it, Carly Tupake. So Sabine Carly Tupake with the football. Gets the hurry up from the umpire, and she kicks it towards the half-forward flank position. Millie Shon had the sun shining in her eyes, and the little tackle on the ground worked out okay in the end for the Falcons, only for the kick to be intercepted, and that is taken away by Thornycroft. And Thornycroft from the half-back flank will go up the line and just gave an absolute gift to Victoria Blackwood, who took that too easily. Blackwood, centre wing, City side of the ground. Kicking towards the Legends stand end here at Icon Park. Umpire gives the hurry up. Blackwood will now kick it towards true centre half forward. Awkward bouncing football. Borg there. Like you said, no one came out to meet it. Now an opportunity for Steph Simpson, who had to slap it before she got picked up. Little hand pass out the side to Meyer. Decided to hesitate with a kick. Gave it back to Celebrity, who went for a little kick towards the empty goal square. It was picked up almost goalkeeper style by Nadia Moore, who kicks it out of defence. Good tall mark there being taken by Millie Shon, who had to beat out Build in this contest. Millie Shon decides to run around and give herself some space. Kicks towards the top of the goal square. 3 Carlton players back there. They could raffle it. Coming in there is Hazlitt, who tried to put on the pressure. Opportunity now for Meyer of Darebin to try and square it up. Michaelia Meyer has done well. She has found Katie McAloon, but this might be beyond her range. She wants to go short with a kick, and taking the mark 38 metres out directly in front is Naomi Celebri, and we get some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
That was a good pass from Meyer. The vision was good. She saw the girl out in the middle of the oval there and kicked it out without hesitation. And that little short pass now is going on to make just touched on the line. So unfortunately, but the play was good. The vision from the Meyer was very good from looking around, just a little quick look to get the pass out.
2-3-15, Darebin, Carlton, 1-2-8. Here's Toby Hansen.
Now the Blues can bring him back in from the Legends stand, and she placed it on the ground for a bounce, kicked it to a half back. Couple of players standing around. Polly Sharp, she's lurking. Maddie DeCosmo, can she win it? She does, and it's a clearing kick, an excellent play. As far as the late in and wrapped up is number 37, Charlotte Hammonds. A great tackle from Victoria Blackwood. We've called her name plenty of times this afternoon at a high half-back inside the square. Up go the ruckman. Tapped out the back, and there's Ali Build. She'll get wrapped up. Poppy Shams now. She's held on by a couple of Darebin players. Again, Carlton, they just can't find the space. Wrapped up. Blackwood getting the tackle. And at half forward, it's the number 19. It's Rachel Hibbert. Hibbert scores, and we're on the pitch. From high centre, half forward, launches it in. Almost an excellent mark from Steph Simpson, the skipper. It spills out, and Carlton have a chance just to calm the football down. Georgia Borg takes a mark. She gets it out to half back. And there's a couple options for her. They're playing man-on-man defence. And here comes Charlotte Hammonds. Darebin pick it up. It's through Callanan. Callanan now at a high half forward, launches it into the forward pocket. There's not really anyone there. Carlton can win it. It's with Gurr. She'll send it back to where it came from. And umpire's gone high, and it'll be a Carlton Football Club free kick, Pete.
Full time, by the way, in the AFLW. Collingwood 6-11-47 defeated Richmond 1-3-9. Collingwood by 38 points. Positions inside the 6 can change, but no side can get in. That means now it's official for the Western Bulldogs and Carlton. Their AFLW season is finished.
Excellent news for my Brisbane Lions. This ball spilling out on this outside wing. Umpire again will ask for the football back. It's 2-3-15 plays 1-2-8. Darebin Falcons currently in the lead. And Poppy Sham, she tries to win this football on this outer wing, out near the construction. Darebin with a quick kick out, only as far as, I believe, Kolevsky.
Tyler Kolevsky with the ball on centre wing, city side of the ground, kicks towards the pack situation, trying to stand up tall. Blackwood lost the football there, and goes Lynch as well. Poppy Sharp looking around. Milford wanted to get in there, squeezed out hand pass, trying to give the don't argue is Murphy on the way through. Managed to give it off quickly. Olivia Madden kicked around the corner. Ball dribbles inside the 50. In comes Klingbill, tries to lay on the tackle. Falcons almost came away with a Lawson Tavern, but she went without the football. I'll have to go again for a second effort. That's Millie Sean. Sean goes towards the centre wing position. High in the air it went. Beat out several players. Kicking it off the carpet was McAloon to try and gain some meterage. McAloon wanted to go off the carpet a second time when Annie Lee was trying to bend over and pick up the football. And going Nadia Moore for Carlton. Off half back, she goes long and up the line. It almost worked out nicely. Indeed, it did in the end. It was taken by Imogen Milford, who says, let's get going. Wagons ho towards a one-on-one at the top of the goal square. Oh, dangerous. What has happened here? A goal, an easy one to Steph Lawrence. It was courtesy of Lily Gogos, putting all kinds of pressure on Plunkett. Plunkett hand pass backwards, and it didn't get enough to bounce over the line to concede the rush behind. It allowed Steph Lawrence to come in and go, yep, easy goal. But all credit there to Lily Goss putting on that pressure.
Yeah, the pressure come on there. I think the call was there to turn around to do the handball, but it was nullified. Went down to the girl's foot and picked up and bang, straight away.
2-2-14 Carlton. They trail by a point. Darebin 2-3-15. In our VFLW match of the Saturday afternoon between Darebin and Carlton. It's a classic between 7th and 9th. So we're just about ready to get underway again. Don't worry, I know you're checking the stats. I'll let you do that, Toby, while we get underway again. Imogen Milford pulled down to ground. Sharp was trying to do a bit of shepherding work in there as well. Hand pass out there by Buckley under pressure to Celebri. Celebri goes inside 50 with the kick. Miff said it didn't sit well for her. Brianna Gurr takes it away. Her kick intercepted. Michaelia Meyer takes it, and she has it outside the paint.
Michaelia Meyer now. A chance for her to set up a late goal for Darebin. Probably only about a minute to play. She goes short. It bounces. The half volley fires away through. Nikolai now in the long sleeve. Wrapped up. The umpire says holding the ball. Darebin Falcons will be 45 metres away from home. And the siren to sound probably within the next 35 or 40 seconds.
Probably a bit short, the kick, I think.
Rolls around onto her right. She'll find someone at the top of the square.
Misfit.
I think it's Misfit.
Yeah, makes
I think she's held on to it. Yes. She has in the goal square. The Falcons to extend this lead to 7 points right on half-time from the goal square in front of the legend stand. There it is. There's the hooter.
The strength from Misfit then held out to collect that mark right in the goal square.
She did. She's marked it from behind and she sent it up the back of the legend stand. Darebin Falcons have kicked one late in a hot contest, a very tight contest, Peter Holden.
3-3-21, Darebin Carlton 2-2-14. Goal kickers at halftime. Darebin, Mifsud 1, Simpson 1, McKay 1. For Carlton, it singles to Lawrence and Hammond. Before we go in depth with the player stats and the team stats, let's get some thoughts on how that second quarter played out by your match analyst, Alan Matthews.
Yeah, again, the point of view, the Darebin started off very, very well. The first 4 or 5 minutes, attacking, getting 1 point, I think, at the time. Then Carlton came back, a couple of loose players out there, got a good run down the wing for someone and didn't quite get to the goal. I think she ran out of steam with her kick. But then again, both sides are not quite getting out from the middle. Borg and Misfit is a great tussle between the both of them in all attacking point of view. Borg having a rest just then very, very late in the quarter, taking the mark in the goal square, kicking a goal on the siren, which has just put them that goal ahead again at half-time going in. Both teams are, I think, fairly even overall in perspective. The bounce of the ball's not helping both sides. Possibly they should be attacking the little bit ball before the bounce so it doesn't go either way. So that's my opinion, that they're hesitating. Both sides are hesitating going towards the ball, and this is where they're not creating more attractive advantages down the ground.
We can answer your questions as well on the YouTube live chat. For those watching via the VFLW YouTube channel, post your questions now and we'll try and get to them during our halftime break. Toby will have in a moment's time the team breakdowns, but I've got the player breakdowns, and it's a celebrity for Darebin with 13 touches and 5 tackles. Blackwood and Gogos have both got 12 touches each. 8 each to Cullinan, Lawson Tavern, McAloon, Meyer and Sean. For Carlton, Thornycroft's got 11 disposals, 10 each to Goss and Sharp, 9 to Build and 9 to Gurr, 8 to disposals and 13 hit-outs for Georgia Borg. How's the team breakdown, Toby Hansen?
Well, as you can imagine, Pete, evenly split. The possession sitting at 50% apiece. The kicks 85-74, the handballs 42-52. The tackles at 40-37, and the hit-outs also at 16-15, inside 50s 18-19, rebound 50s 16-15. So, as you can imagine, Pete, the scoreboard might say 7 points, but this is definitely a 1-point ball game. And
hello to those watching online as well. Max L, Dominic P, Chloe Simpson, Brian Barish from the US of A. Also, we got in there John Smith, who says train now departing. Obviously, someone from Metro Trains who's trying to keep it quiet. Hello, Greg Lister. ET's AFL and more, Elise Collette. And Brent Sternberg, who says of you, Toby, because you've got the old plates on today, calling your first ever play-by-play. Great calling, Toby. Got a future, this kid.
Well, he gave me a follow on Twitter this afternoon, so
you can't get a bigger.
Too nice.
Can't get a bigger rap than that.
Yeah.
We might take this opportunity to take a break here at halftime. Darebin 3-3-21, Carlton 2-2-14. We'll be back after this, and we'll answer your questions as well on the VFLW YouTube chat.
If you're after the most comprehensive coverage on women's football across Australia, then look no further than Rookie Me Central. Formerly Draft Central, Rookie Me Central has news and reviews, podcasts, videos, and much, much more on all the state leagues across the country, including the VFL Women's and NAB League Girls. Find out why everyone turns to Rookie Me Central for their women's football content. Follow Rookie Me Central on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Rookie Me Central.
Secure transmission for your ears only.
Good day. Today, more than 110,000 Australians live with a blood cancer. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to join the Leukemia Foundation and a crack team of registered shavers from around the country to kick blood cancer's tush. We call it Mission Possible. Sign up to shave at worldsgreatestshave.com. This ad will now self-destruct.
If you've had something stolen,
or if you've had property damaged, you need the police, not the sirens. If you've lost something or found something valuable,
or if you want to register a party or let us know you're going away on holiday, you need the police, not the sirens.
When you need the police, but not the sirens, you can now report these incidents online at police.vic.gov.au or call 131 444.
Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
You need to get a booster to stay up to date with your COVID-19 vaccinations. Boosters are now approved for everyone 16 years and older, 3 months after your second dose. Boosters increase your protection against becoming very sick or dying from COVID-19 and are available through your GP, pharmacist or other healthcare professional. Book your booster at australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
G'day, I'm Michael Caton. The Australian Conservation Foundation's Green Home program is all about saving our environment. A low-flow shower head will save 10 litres. No showering at all will save 20. So when any of my active friends are a bit on the nose, I never judge them, but thank them for doing their bit to save water.
For more information, go to www.acfonline.org.au/greenhome and take action for our future generations. That's acfonline.org.au/greenhome.
Hi, Kirk Pengilly from InXS here. And whether it's music, sweet things, puppies, movies, we all love our treats. But our eyes need treating too. 300,000 Australians, including me, are affected by glaucoma. Diagnosed early, glaucoma can be managed. Left undiagnosed, it can cause blindness. So treat yourself by treating your eyes to a simple test. Book your test at treatyoureyes.org.au today.
Bored in retirement? Join Probus. If you want more out of retirement, join your local Probus club and start having fun with like-minded people. Probus clubs are non-fundraising and purely social, so all they do is concentrate on enjoying retirement. There are hundreds of Probus clubs, with new ones opening almost every month. So find a Probus club near you today by visiting probussouthpacific.org or calling 1300 630 488.
The average person spends 44 minutes a day thinking about food. At Oz Harvest, thinking about food is a full-time job because we're always looking for new ways to nourish our country and combat food waste and hunger. Every day, we rescue quality surplus food across Australia and deliver it to those who'd otherwise go hungry. And you can help. Every dollar donated to Oz Harvest can provide 2 meals to people in need. Visit ozharvest.org. Thought for food.
We'd like to show you what's dangerous about Australian rivers, but we can't. You can't see ice-cold water, snags like tree branches or strong currents, but they can be lethal. Although our rivers are beautiful, more Australians drown here than anywhere else. So please, wear a life jacket, avoid alcohol around water, never swim alone, and learn how to save a life. It's simple. Respect the river. For more information, visit royallifesaving.com.au/respect the river.
There's jumpers, hoodies, and tees for you at leaguetees.com.au.
Leaguetees.com.au is your place for retro footy gear with designs created by local artists that you won't find anywhere else. Plus, their unique range of women's footy tees help raise funds for Indigenous literacy programs. Get online and start shopping today.
Leaguetees.com.au.
Oh, hi, I'm Maria from Sesame Street.
And Elma's Elma.
And we're here to talk about driveways. Driveways can be dangerous for children.
Or little red monsters.
So it's important for parents to always watch their children around them.
Yeah, driveways are for cars, not for planes.
That's right, Elmo. Play only in safe places away from driveways because people in cars may not see you.
Elmo sees you, Maria. Tag, you're it.
Oh, here I come, Elmo. Remember, driveways are like roads. Always supervise, separate, and see. Learn more at kidsafevic.com.au.
We are the Australian Literacy and Numeracy Foundation, striving to empower our most marginalised communities through literacy and education. Literacy is having a voice. Literacy is opportunity. Literacy is dreaming big. Literacy is freedom. Today, you can help end inequality and give every child access to our life-changing and proven literacy programs. Your support is vital. Donate now at alnf.org.
Feeling a little down? Drop into the Reach Out website at reachout.com.au and let us put a spring back in your step. When times are tough, clear your head at reachout.com.au.
The commentary of the game you're currently listening to is from the volunteers at Women's Australian Rules Football Radio. Founded in 2014, WARF Radio is not just here to provide a professional call the women's game deserves, but also provide important experience for those wanting a career in sports media. If you're a past or present women's footballer or coach or a media student and you'd like to give football commentary a try, visit warfradio.com and click on volunteer. That's warfradio.com and click on volunteer.
It's women's Aussie rules. They're doing what they love. They're fast, they're tough. Don't mess with them because they can get rough. Are you ready for the challenge? Are you ready for the match? It's the call of the game. It's the VFL Women's Match of the Day. It's the VFL Women's Match of the Day.
You're on WARFradio.com. That is our website address, WARFradio.com. Your home of women's football, brought to you by a bunch of volunteers as well. We'd love to have more people join our commentary team, particularly those current women's footballers or coaches or media students looking for their break into the industry. If you'd like to join as a volunteer, just go on WARFradio.com and click on volunteer. You're also listening to us at the ground delay free on 89.1 FM and on the VFLW YouTube stream. You've got Peter Holden, Toby Hanson making his debut on play-by-play today, and match analyst you've also got as Alan Matthews. If you've just joined us, Darebin 3-3-21 leading Carlton 2-14. A good struggle, a good game this, Alan. But it's just the Darebin Falcons that found a way to probably go a little bit longer, a little bit more direct when the chips were really down at the latter stages of that second quarter, that saw them start to just get a little bit away from Carlton.
Just that, yeah, as you say, that last 5 minutes, they held them down there. And that's where the late goal came into that, because they were peppering the goals down there, not quite getting it down past the half-forward line. The back line from Carlton were getting it back, but they got that extra little bit of a kick going into that corner where Misford took that goal, mark in the goal square and put that goal ahead. So at the present stage, the games so far are played in 5-minute breaks. I think the first quarter, Darebin, then it was Carlton, back to Darebin, and then it evened it out. The second quarter, similar again, Darebin the first 5 minutes, Carlton then came back and got a goal down there, but then they all went back the last 5 minutes to be steady again. So whoever gets the break, I think, in this second half is going to be the side that's going to win, I think.
Carlton have just come back out into the ground and doing their warm-up to the Royal Parade end of the ground. We did have an advertised start time of 4 p.m, but they did get underway instead at 4:10 p.m. In the AFLW today, Collingwood 6-11-47 defeated Richmond 1-3-9. What that does mean is Collingwood has locked down the final spot in the top 6. The order will be determined by the other games being played over the weekend. Melbourne and Adelaide, the Lions and Fremantle are all shuffling for positions about who will host the home final, etc. But what we do know is, unfortunately for the Western Bulldogs, they are now eliminated from the finals race, and Carlton are now officially eliminated from the finals race, meaning dead rubbers for the Bulldogs against the Lions at Ballarat tomorrow, and also a dead rubber for Carlton tonight against Melbourne. But as we said, for the Lions and Melbourne and Adelaide and North Melbourne and Fremantle, wins and percentages are all coming into the mix about who gets the home final and who the matchups are.
Well, the good news for, I might be a bit biased here, but the good news for my Brisbane Lions is that they will have a home final within the first 2 weeks of the series, just the way that top 6 is set out. So it's good news for them. It might save me a trip to Ballarat tomorrow if it's going to be a dead rubber. I might just stay home and maybe watch the NBL.
Well, why don't you watch the AFLW on TV, my friend, if you're going to stay home?
Well, exactly. I'll go to the game. I love a bit of live sport. It might save me an hour and a half trip there and back as well. So, but plenty of action in this cracking contest here at Icon Park. Darebin just making their way out onto the beautiful surface that is Princess Park. It's looks a bit battled at the moment, doesn't it, Princess Park? It's obviously been worn down a little bit over the pre-season. Lots of football being played here between AFL practice matches, VFL practice matches, VFLW, of course. So,
and the AFLW.
And the AFLW, of course. So plenty of football being played over the last month and a bit here.
The great news is the light towers are in here as well. So we'll be looking very soon to some night football. And I'd be interested if maybe they use the VFLW as a bit of a trial for these lights in the coming weeks.
It'd be really cool, to be honest. A bit of football under lights. It'd be a great sight to see. Obviously, we saw that in that first season, that first night of AFLW between Carlton and Collingwood, how cool that looked under lights. Maybe it might be the VFLW spark that's needed.
Actually, you know, I'm a bit more bold. I reckon go with a double header under lights at one stage.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah. And I'm saying double header 2 VFLW games, back to back, neutral venue type deal.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. If they get utilising the lights, as I said, the AFL might be able to play the mid-afternoon, and then the VFL playing later under lights might be an optional if the two sides are around.
Well, here's a question for you, and a question for those watching via our YouTube channel as well, and they can comment on the chat. The lights are also going in as we speak to Northport Oval in Port Melbourne. And we know there's lights, obviously, down at Frankston Skybus Stadium. But let's talk about the more central grounds, Northport and Icon Park, who could both potentially host a VFLW Grand Final. What do you reckon when it comes to June? Day Grand Final or a night Grand Final for the VFLW?
Maybe the twilight time spot. That could be particularly in winter if you kick it off at about 5 p.m.
I'm just thinking, the only reason I'm just ruling out twilight is I'm thinking because the VFLW games are short, they're essentially 2 hours compared to the men's AFL, which is 3 hours, where you kind of start day, end night. I reckon one or the other.
Will an AFL game be looked at and then maybe throw in that twilight or evening under lights for the VFL?
Maybe. But I am looking to the Saturday night football. We've already called some Friday night games at Whitten Oval, which looked pretty good under lights. And we called a night game for Williamstown, which Williamstown's a bit cold during winter, so it doesn't quite have the creature comforts of a commentary box like it does here at Icon Park. But, yes, we're looking forward with the lights here that we will get some women's football at some stage, VFLW or AFLW, under lights.
Combine them over if possible.
Well, it looks like we're almost ready to get underway with the third quarter here at Icon Park in Carlton. And your play-by-play commentator got the old plates on, doing a good job. Here's Toby Hanson.
The Premiership quarter, it's underway at Icon Park. A good tap-out one by Borg. It's a scrappy play. No one has the advantage. Carlton kicks it towards the wing, and it's picked up.
Great play.
Great by Plunkett, who's then at half forward, and Darebin have a chance to stream it in the forward line. They won't. She'll rather keep it on from the forward pocket. Darebin for the opener. Across the face.
Oh, she's
Carlton
going back
get out of trouble through Nadia Moore. Only as far as a scrappy contest wrapped up. Kolevsky with a great tackle, spills out once more. Now, Gogo, she's picked up, but kicks it into that goal square. It spills out the back. Carlton, they're under so much pressure. They just don't have a free chance to get it out. She's wrapped up by the number 17 and the skipper, Stephanie Simpson. And the man in green says he'll restart play.
Crowd getting a bit vocal here at Icon Park, which is good to hear. Love a bit of passion in the footy. As the umpire throws the ball up in the air. Missed, took it straight out of the ruck, went for the snap, and it's away to the right-hand side for a minor score. 3-4-22 Carlton. 3-4-22 Darebin. Carlton is 2-2-14 here at Icon Park as we wait for the kick to come back into play. We might as well get some quick thoughts from Alan Matthews.
As it's going up already, each quarter has started. Darebin's attacks the first lot of the quarter. Same then. Possibly should have had a goal then, but unfortunately got pushed away by the Carlton defender.
Goes along a kick out from defence. Only went as far as the player in the long sleeves in Nicolau, who was wrapped up by Celebri. Right on the paint, 50 metres out from goal. One out there by Borg, down the throat of Nicolau, who now will kick it out towards centre wing, broadcast side. Foot race going to be on here at the moment. Thornycroft is chasing from behind, putting on all the pressure. The ball goes over the boundary line and down to bounce, seen over by Jenna Lawson-Tabin. And apparently must have just come off the boot, maybe, for out of bounds on the full. Boundary umpire saying it came off the shin. And, well, either way, lasso rule. It is still a free kick going the way of Carlton. And Ali Build will elect to go with a shortish kick up the line, firing Lauren Brazali. Rosali, whoa. And she has the football on the right boot. She kicks it towards the Poppy Sharp direction. Just got away to the left-hand side of her. Read best by Plunkett for the Darebin Falcons. So Plunkett with the football. Half-back flank, broadcast side. On the right boot. Going up the line, looking for Lawson-Tabin. Build smacked it away. Build under pressure from Sean. Ball's over the boundary line and out of bounds. And once again, some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
Again, at the present stage, Darebin attacking the ball again. They're just not quite clear enough. Borg and Misfit in their ruck. A great duel all day today.
And it's Lynch and Borg. Nikolai tries to get it. It was Borg that won the tap, and it's socket along the ground by Mackay, only as far as Gurr. And no one wants to pick up the football. Gurr gets it to Brazali, who's wrapped up by Schoen. And it's holding the football. Darebin Falcons have a free kick, and it looks like it's Millie. Yeah, it's Millie Schoen that'll have it on this broadcast side on the wing, just in front of the interchange box.
Not impressed with that decision.
They'll spill out the back. The Cosmo has a chance to win it. She'll see it over the line. Ball in.
I was going to say to Millie Sean, don't mess with Lauren Brazali. She's from Diamond Creek. It'll end in a very bad way for you if you mess with her.
Yeah, they breed them hard up there.
Umpire brings it back in at a very high half forward for the Falcons. Lynch and Borg go at it. Borg wins it, taps right out the back. There's Gogo. She tries to get a quick kick out. Only as far as Plunkett, who's wrapped up. And Carlton have a chance to go forward through Nicolau. And now it's Imogen Milford just in front of the centre circle. She snaps around on her right, kicks it long and high. It comes off the shin of Strummandanoli. And it's
great.
Blackwood who gets it, but spills out the back. It's a goal. It's 6 points for Lily Goss. And Carlton bring themselves back into this game. And once again, it is a 2-point ball game here at Icon Park. Lily Goss just crumbing from the back. Alan Matthews, a great goal.
A great goal there because she come there, the handball was there. She snapped the ball up there, break away from the pack that was trying to form and got enough clearance and then dropped it into the middle of the goal square.
Darebin 3-4-22, Carlton 3-2-20 here at Icon Park in Carlton. Peter Holden, Toby Hanson and Alan Matthews with you for WARFradio.com and also the VFLW YouTube stream. Umpire with the ball back in the middle of the ground, making sure everyone's lined up in the 5-6-6 rule position as Borg wins it down. Thornycroft going to be first to it. Elects to kick it off the carpet in the direction of Millie Shon, but getting to it first was Rudin, who went with a hand pass into heavy traffic. Borg was running on by, received it, gave off the hand pass to the player in Murphy, who elect to give it, don't argue. Somehow managed to get a kick away in the direction of Brazzali, who feigned the hand pass, then went to Ingram. Ingram kicks inside 50, looking for Poppy Sharp, who again was caught at the back of the pack. Milford went in there for support. Ball got knocked along the ground. Charlotte Hammonds goes in there for Carlton. Hammonds still finding a way. Milford jumped in there as well. Thornycroft picked it, kicked around the corner looking for Lily Goss. Ball bounced away from her while being chased by Ashley Gunn. And the ball went over the boundary line and out of bounds next to the right-hand point post.
One of the Darebin girls coming up, I think, a dislocated finger, running off the ground straight away.
Yep, number 18 there in Plunkett. As the ball is thrown back into play. It'll land about 35 metres out from the Carlton goal. Milford brought it to ground. Brazzali picks it up. Brazzali with a snap. It's away to the right-hand side and out of bounds on the full. 2-point lead to Darebin over Carlton. And it will be the Falcons with the ball in the back pocket at the legend stand end of the ground. One Ashley Gunn.
Ashley Gunn from the back pocket. She's just told by the umpire to move around. She looks to go across the face, but she'll choose not to. Down the line to half back. It's all Carlton there, but Darebin have a chance to get it out. It's spilled across the line. And the boundary umpire says it'll be thrown in. 3-4-22 plays 3-2-20, a 2-point ball game as the umpire brings it back in at half forward for the Falcons. Half forward for the Carlton, rather. Ball spills out, and again, the umpire, what's he going to do? He's going to ball it up. Borg won the tap, but Carlton's Thornycroft was wrapped up immediately. Borg wins another tap, but it'll be Darebin who wins it. Wrapped up by Thornycroft, and here comes Ingram. Ingram with a chance. It hands out to Borg. Borg throws it on the boot. It's a scrappy kick to half forward. Darebin get away with one there. She looks long. She looks long for Calais Duparquet. And nudged in the back on top of her. And the umpire once more will ball it up. Every single player, or not now, but every single player was to the left of the centre circle.
There was no one down at the forward line.
Borg won it down on this occasion. Gogos came over the top, couldn't extract the football, and all wrapped up again. Umpire will blow the whistle. On our YouTube live stream chat, Kev's Magpies says day grand final. When we were asking if there should be a day or night grand final for the VFLW, since we now have lights here at Icon Park and lights soon at Northport Oval as Lynch wins it down. Well, maybe a bit too high on this occasion. That given away by Ingram. Free kick going to Gogos here of the Darebin Falcons. Here comes Poppy Sharp on the side, but Gogos managed to get the kick away in time towards centre half forward, now centre half back. Annie Lee going to clean up there for the Blues. Goes out towards centre wing on the city side of the ground. Manea Huda chasing after the football. She's going with Sarah Ingram, who kicked it along the carpet. Brazzali with the hurried hand pass. Brazzali will have to go again for a second effort. He's trying to shrug off the player in Emma McKay. She went around and around, and the umpire said that was fair. Back goes in Brazzali to try and wrap over Falcons' opponent. And the umpire says, no dice, going nowhere, no opportunity. And we'll call for a ball up. 2-point lead to Darebin, 3-4-22. Carlton 3-2-20.
Carlton player hurt over the back wing.
Ball's thrown up while she's getting walked away from the physio.
Esther Honeybun, that is.
Esther Honeybun.
No, she's fine.
Run it off.
Yep.
Umpire calls for it again. Lynch and Borg go at it. Lynch wins the tap. Darebin have a chance to go forward, but they can't. It's just a high kick. Only as far as who do I think it is. And now a chance for Darebin. They look long down the line. Come back into the middle of the park.
Hanging on.
And Simpson held on to, not given the free kick. And now Carlton can get away with it. Held up there at high half back. The Falcons have a chance to bring it inside forward 50. Steams it on to the left. Punched out by the Cosmo. To Murphy. Murphy goes to high half back. Only as far as Huda, who will then just play on. Takes a bounce.
Puts it up. No one there.
Puts it onto the right and they'll find a free kick.
No one there for Darebin.
Downfield
for the Falcons.
There was no one in Darebin's forward line then, and they were very fortunate to get a free kick downfield.
And it's Caitlin Hazlitt with the football on a tight angle. That far forward pocket on the construction. She goes short. It's punched out by DeCosmo. Poppy Sharp, she's run the length of the field. She taps it up to her teammate in Moore. Moore goes long down the line to half back, and it's a good mark. And it's Sarah Ingram. And this game can just calm down after a rushed couple of minutes, Pete Holden.
Sarah Ingram on the half-back flank on the city side of the ground.
Just told him to play on.
And that's what she'll do. She'll go backwards to Nadia Moore. How do you like it? Moore. Now goes towards the half-back flank on the broadcast side of the ground. And taking a mark there is Charlotte Hammonds. Already got one goal to her name for this afternoon.
Good
goes
pass.
up the line looking for Lily Goss. Goss just at her feet. Celebri goes in there. Get a little shove as she kicked along the ground. The umpire spotted that and says that will be a free kick. So Naomi Celebri with the football. She's between centre wing and the half-forward flank position. She's just looking for some options. She decides to go with a short kick towards the half-forward flank position. Worked out okay. Michaelia Meyer has it. Meyer with the football, 60 metres out from home. Sets it up towards the pocket. Flying through the air. Carly Dubaquet couldn't quite bring it down. Hibbert tried to get a kick in traffic. Smothered off the boot there by Borg. Sharp goes in. Lays the tackle. And the umpire says it's going nowhere. We'll call for a ball up and get some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
Again, the Darebin are attacking the ball. Just can't get the ball clear. They've been frustrated by the Carlton back line to get a clear break.
As it's thrown up there, going in there was Georgia Borg. Sharp got the hand pass off. Hurry kick away there by DeCosmo. Out towards the half-back flank, dancing around Stephanie Lawrence. Had to go back to Thornycroft. Thornycroft went high with a kick. Lily Goss flying through the air. Lily Goss has got a 2-on-1 situation, and she is the one out. She's still keeping alive, going against Blackwood. And her teammate Gunn wraps her up. Lily Goss, sensational football. 2-on-1 and still managed to advance the football a good 30 metres and hold it up for Carlton between centre wing and the half-forward flank position.
Put an absolute shift in Lily Goss, particularly in these last couple of quarters. Thornycroft wraps up.
Great battle between Misfit and Borg. Borg this time gets the tap.
Misfit and Borg now. Wrapped up is Klingbeil. And again, Alan, as you keep alluding to, they're not spreading. A bit of heat between Strummond Denoli and Michaela Meyer at half forward. Borg again wins the tap, but only as far as Celebrate. She goes to half forward. Cosmo tries to pick it up, spills forward. And coming into this contest is Kayla Duparquet. She's wrapped up by Ali Bild, and once again, the umpire balls it up. On this broadcast wing here at Icon Park for the Rebel VFLW. Spills out. Again, no one can make a break. Thornycroft wrapped up again this time.
Getting caught.
And she's been given holding the ball. It'll be Nicole Cullinan with the free kick. Thornycroft doesn't want to give it back to her. Couple options. She plays on. She goes to the right-hand side. dropped mark, and a good defense by Carlton, but wrapped up very quickly indeed. And standing around there is Rachel Hibbett. She put down the mark, but put on the tackle expertly. Lynch wins the tap for Darebin. And one more time, Thorny Croft. Another tackle for, I'm sure her tackle numbers are up high. She gets a hold of Naomi Celebre.
In fact, she held, and that was Cullinan that she had on that opportunity. In goes Thornycroft again, and the umpire says, I'll take the football back. Jumping in there as well was Alan Buckley. Umpire will throw it up 52 metres out from the Darebin goal, going towards the Royal Parade end of the ground. Tap down. Now Celebrity will try and pick up the football. Overran it. Buckley just quickly put it on the boot towards the hot spot. 25 metres out from goal. Going up in the air. Lily Goss brought it down. Hazlitt tried to get the hand pass away to a teammate. It was immediately wrapped up by Gurr. And the umpire says that is no prior opportunity. The player wrapped up as Hibbett. And we'll take it back and restart. About 20 metres out from goal. Throws the ball high in the air and will go again. One out by Borg. Hit the ground. And going in there is Nicolau, who can't get the football out. And she's scrapping with Kali Dupake. And once again, we'll get another restart.
Both teams very crowded around that half-forward line of Darebin.
Going out there to Celebre, who just can't quite hang on to it. Going with her at the same time as Klingbill. Over the top is Hazlitt as well. Umpire blows the whistle and says no opportunity. Call for a ball up at the Royal Parade end of the ground. 15 metres around from the right-hand point post. 2-point lead at the moment to Darebin in the 7th versus 9th battle. And heading straight for the boundary line, Thornycroft Borg sees it over. And that means we'll throw the football back into play.
20 metres from home is the Darebin Falcons. As the umpire goes to throw it in front of the new administration officers of the Carlton Football Club. Misfit in the ruck, she'll win the tap. Only as far as Mackay. She's wrapped up, and Carlton, they just can't get a hold of the footy. Standing over it is De Cosmo. And once more the umpire will ball it up. I think we've had, it feels like 10 or 11 ball ups in the last couple of minutes.
That's a pile of the pack.
This ball just can't spread. Borg wins the tap. A quick kick out is smothered. And then she's once more wrapped up. Alan Buckley with a great bear-style hug tackle. And we've moved out to about 30 metres from the goal line. Once again, it's Misfit and Borg. No one wanted the football in the tap. Borg gets the hands out to the Cosmo. She doesn't hold on to it. And another tackle. Once more, balled up again. And we're still 30 metres from home. This ball is not moving at all.
So let's see if we can try and clear it here at the Royal Parade end of the ground. Still a 2-point lead to the Darebin Falcons. Up in the air it goes. One out by Borg. Sharked by Mifsud, who tries to get, interestingly, the kick over the back of the shoulder. Kelly Dupake, no, not, because it didn't travel the required 10 metres.
It was a kick over the head from Misfit into the goal square.
She tried to get creative was the word I was trying to get off.
Was that what it was?
My tongue, yeah. And then my brain says, no, you shall not work. This is a Saturday. We're knocked off for duty as the ball is on the ground trying to go through as Nicolau. That could be in danger. I think the umpires have forgotten to play the in danger. In fact, the Darebin player's gone down and fell for a hamstring immediately afterwards as the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. And that player is Angelica Gokos. Yeah, she's getting up. Let's hope it's a bit of cramp or she just got stepped on, but she immediately reached for the back of her leg when she went down, and she is getting up and not feeling all that flash.
It's the second time over that far wing. Earlier she was in pain again.
Ball comes back in. I think it's
in the back, I would say, from the shepherding, he's called it.
A block, I think, in the ruck, and it is Sabine Kelly, Dupake, your girl, Peter Holden. And launched back into this game as Michaela Plunkett after coming off with what we think is an injured finger or wrist. She'll launch it in Dupake to the full forward region. No one wanted the football, Alan. Wrapped up a high tackle. It looks like it'll be Darebin Falcons free kick.
They're all standing still waiting for something to happen. The ball bounced in between them all.
Hazlitt again, and just quickly, good news by Gogos. It looked like she was just cramping up there. Went to the side, just did a stretch or two, and then just ran it off, which is good to see.
So here she is, Caitlin Hazlitt.
Opportunity to put another goal on the board.
Come off the boot, it'll
And
head out
missed.
to the right-hand side. She split the middle, but it's the wrong middle. She split the behind, and another behind for the Falcons. It's 3-5-23, and they're playing 3-2-20 is the Carlton Football Club, and
So-
it's short from Beald.
It was unfortunate when she was kicking. That's where she was leading for when kicking the ball, and that's where the ball went straight through that point post.
Good mark from Nadia Moore at half-back, and now it's on that outside wing in front of the Rebel Sport sign. Down the line she goes. Carlton, can they pull one back? Tapped over the line, not quite, is Blackwood. She's trying to pick up the football, she can't. Cullinan's in there as well, and we'll have another ball up on the outside wing, city side of Icon Park.
Here on WARFradio.com, delay free at the ground on 89.1 FM and on the VFLW YouTube channel. Going up the line now, trying to get the football is
Let's
Hazlitt.
push in the
She's
back.
copying one in the back, and again she'll get another resulted free kick. So she'll have the football and decide to hurry up with the kick and goes low and flat towards the half-forward flank position. Mifsud came out as the siren sounded. Couldn't hang on to the mark before the siren, and that means it will be a 3-point margin at three-quarter time. Darebin 3-5-23, Carlton 3-2-20. Goal kickers at three-quarter time. For the Falcons, it singles to Mifsud, Simpson, and McKay. For Carlton, it singles to Goss, Lawrence, and Hammonds. Before we go through player stats and team stats, let's get some thoughts on that third quarter from Alan Matthews.
I've got to say that both sides, you have to say it's 50-50 possession because most of the time it was all packed in a pack of group of players. Every time they got the ball, someone tackled very hard, and there was some great clapping from the point of view of both sides for those tackles that they done all day at the present stage. So the advantage, only a couple of points either way so far in this quarter because both sides were there attacking, couldn't break away from the both sides' advantage. Darebin's possession-wise was down that forward line 75%. It went down there once, I think, down to the Carlton. But at the present stage, both sides still fairly even. Again, that 3 or 4 points difference. Still can't pick the side at the moment who's going to win from here.
3-5-23, Darebin, Carlton 3-2-20, and the stats look like this for the individual players. For the Darebin Falcons, Celebrity has 17 disposals, 16 for Goss, 14 for Callanan, 13 for Blackwood, 10 each for McKay and Meyer. For Carlton, 16 touches for Thornycroft, 14 touches and 32 hitouts for Georgia Borg, 12 for Kerr, 11 each for Build, Brazali, Goss, Moore and Sharp. How do the teams break down with Toby Hansen?
Well, as you can imagine, it's very evenly split. It's Darebin 115 kicks, only 10 more than the Blues. And then Carlton's leading the way with the marks, 21-14. It's split again at the tackles, 56-59 apiece. Inside 50s, 26-22, and rebound 50s, 18-22. So as the score suggests, it's a very tight game, both on paper and in reality.
And at the AFLW at Arden Street Oval, it's quarter time. North Melbourne 4-2-26, leading the West Coast Eagles 2 straight 12. We'll take this opportunity to take a break. We'll be back with a final quarter between Darebin and Carlton right after this.
The commentary of the game you're currently listening to is from the volunteers at Women's Australian Rules Football Radio. Founded in 2014, WARF Radio is not just here to provide a professional call the women's game deserves, but also provide important experience for those wanting a career in sports media. If you're a past or present women's footballer or coach or a media student and you'd like to give football commentary a try, visit warfradio.com and click on volunteer. That's warfradio.com and click on volunteer.
No matter what your age, most of us played sport when we were young, and there was always one thing that made you want to disappear into the corner or even give up your chosen sport. And that was when somebody on the sideline hurled abuse at either you or a teammate or an official. These are things that make sports so painful for so many kids, and the time has come to stop it. I'm Usman Khawaja from the Australian cricket team. My message is a simple one. Let kids be kids. Let them enjoy their sport. Find out more at playbytherules.net.au.
You need to get a booster to stay up to date with your COVID-19 vaccinations. Boosters are now approved for everyone 16 years and older, 3 months after your second dose. Boosters increase your protection against becoming very sick or dying from COVID-19 and are available through your GP, pharmacist or other healthcare professional. Book your booster at australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Secure transmission for your ears only.
Good day. Today, more than 110,000 Australians live with a blood cancer. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to join the Leukemia Foundation and a crack team of registered shavers from around the country to kick blood cancer's tush. We call it Mission Possible. Sign up to shave at worldsgreatestshave.com. This ad will now self-destruct.
It's the VFL Women's Match of the Day.
On WARFradio.com, that's Women's Australian Rules Football Radio, at 89.1 FM at the ground, delay free wherever we broadcast from, and on the VFLW YouTube channel. This is the VFL Women's Match of the Day, Saturday afternoon football, and at three-quarter time, it's Darebin 3-5-23 leading Carlton 3-2-20, and the Falcons will be going to left of screen in the final quarter, which is the Legends Stand Down. And just repeating, in case you see Carlton in white going, what's going on? Carlton are actually the away team today. This is a Darebin home game, but being played at Icon Park. Hopefully that hasn't confused you. Toby Hansen and Alan Matthews. It's an arm wrestle between these two sides. Does Darebin hold on, or has Carlton got it in them to run over the top and finish this?
I'm not sure. I think it's. I think it might be Carlton win today. They're showing me that they probably just have a bit more left in the bank, and if when going forward, it's a big if, but if they can convert those inside 50s a little bit better, I think they're going to have more in the bank come the final siren. But Alan, I think you might be going the other way.
Yeah, I still think Darebin can win. I think that what's going to happen the first 5 to 10 minutes is going to be what Darebin's done in each of the quarters so far. They've got used to the ball early, but haven't really taken advantage of the position of the ball. So I still think Darebin can get up.
Currently 23 degrees outside in Carlton North as we get underway with the final quarter. Borg won it down. Sharp on the ball, and she's trying to push her way through. Wraps up her opponent, but the Falcons get it out. Celebrity now put it on the boot. Pumped it inside 50. Fast football. Mifsud. Ball got away from her. Going after it is Moore. Moore had to get rid of the hand pass before being claimed. Hot football at the moment inside the Darebin forward 50. Here comes the tackle from behind by Blackwood. Got it out quickly to Brazzali, who now kicked up the line out towards the centre wing position. Coming in there is Lawrence. Missed out on going for the football. In goes Gogos, immediately claimed, and the umpire blows the whistle and says it's going nowhere. I'll call for a ball up right in front of our broadcast position. Centre wing, Darebin 3-5-23, Carlton 3-2-20.
Ball goes up on the wing. Borg wins the tap, and it's out to Build, but it's socket off the ground by Lynch. Carlton too good off that half-back line with Gurr. Now finds Lawrence. She's wrapped up by Blackwell, and then again, it's Thornycroft wrapped up to the shouts of ball by the Darebin faithful. Spills out to centre half forward. Winning the ball is Annie Lee. She'll get it off to her teammate and King Bell. Now going down the line is Polly Sharp. She tries to get the mark. It's spilled out. Borg gives it off to Honeybun, who's left it behind, and now this will create another ground ball contest. It's Celebre. She kicks it off the ground, and then it spills into a contest. Wrapping up is Esther Honeybun with another big bear hug sort of tackle. Alan Matthews.
Both sides at the present stage had opportunities but run over the ball. If they collected it clean, they may have got the break, but unfortunately the ball spilled out of their hands and it's formed into a pack again.
Ball goes in there, one out by Thornycroft, immediately wrapped up by Gogos. The umpire asks for the football back and will restart the play. Lynch again versus Ball. Ball put it straight down the throat of Sharp, then lost control of the football. Myers immediately wrapped up by Poppy Sharp. Got spun around. The umpire said no opportunity and will call for a ball up. 3-point lead to Darebin. Early stages, final quarter. as it's thrown high in the air again. One out
Good
by
knockout.
4. Put it down the throat there of Klingbill. Klingbill went towards centre half forward. Umpire called play on as Lawrence got it out, and now quickly towards Honeybun. Honeybun goes towards the forward pocket. Coming out to try and make it is Lily Goss. Wrapped up her opponent, put her straight into the ground. And the umpire says going nowhere. Ashley Gunn was the player caught with it. And we'll restart play 20 metres out from the Carlton goal.
20 metres from home for the Blues. Kick a goal here and they're back in the lead. 3 points in it. Tap won by Milford, but wrapping up her opponent is Jessica Strumman-Denoli. And another restart of play. Again, 15, 20 metres away from home are the Blues. It's currently 3-5-23 to 3-2-20. The Falcons have the lead. Out the pack, a quick kick from Goss. And spills Lawrence. Sorry, Stephanie Lawrence, that's right. Goes across the face of goals, and it's a behind for the Blues. A 2-point ball game here at Icon Park at the Royal Parade end. Bringing it back in is the Darebin Falcons.
And that's Gina Lawson-Tavern. And she elects to go for a run. Tavern on the left boot this time. It's long and it's high, looking for Callanan. It was Klingbill that brought the football to ground, though. Who's going to extract it? Klingbill will go back in and get the footy. Kicks a wobbler in towards the forward pocket. Dancing around. A smart football there by DeCosmo. Now got it across to Build. Build kicks it long towards the pocket. Good strong grab. Getting back there is Simone Rudin. And a 50-metre penalty against Goss as well. So Simone Rudin, who was the Bulldogs VFLW club best and fairest last year, now at the Falcons, has the ball at centre half back. Rudin kicks it in towards the middle of the ground. Spoiling work from behind done by Kalevsky. Comes out, though, Falcons' way. Quick little hand pass, umpire says dealt with unfairly, and Michaelia Meyer gets it back. So Michaelia Meyer with the football. She's looking around. What options has she got on? She had Hazlitt coming out for her. Doesn't go in that direction. Goes towards the half-forward flank position. Brazzali intercepts. Brazzali for Carlton now goes across to Thornycroft. And Thornycroft will mark defensive side of the centre circles. Goes towards the wing position. Broadcast side. Mania Hooter's going to be second in the chase here. Getting it first for Carlton and spinning around was Ingram. Got the hand pass while under pressure. Breaking it to Strumman-Denoli. Had to go back to Ingram. Mania Hooter is on hands and knees. She gave off the hand pass to a teammate who got immediately wrapped up. And the umpire says, we'll call for a ball up and get some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
Again, the Carlton's trying to break away at the moment. Great passes coming out there because they're keeping out wide and having a good opportunity, but not getting the clear movement at the moment. Darebin is tackling him all the time. That gets into that pack situation.
And wrapped up there is Cullinan by Milford. It'll be Lynch and Milford again. A strong tackle from Murphy. And for the third time in about 30 seconds, we'll have another ball up on this broadcast side wing just in front of the player interchange. Milford and Lynch are pretty evenly tapped, but Lynch will pick it up off the ground. Cullinan tries to win the football, but she's only as far as Klingbill, who will wrap her up. And again, for a big ground, it's feeling quite narrow.
There's no one on that far side at all.
Lynch and Milford go at it again. An umpire, the non-officiating umpire, picks out a free kick. It'll go Darebin's way. Short kick tries. Picked up well off the ground is number 8, Celebre. She can't get rid of the football cleanly. And again, a hotly contested ball. It spills out quickly. The Blues have a chance to break. Poppy Sharp gives it over the top, only as far as Cullinan. Cullinan now. It spills through a couple of them. It's the number 9, Gurr. Gurr wrapped up. And an umpire's found another free kick. This time...
it's not play on.
For Carlton, it's going to go back to the number 9. And it's Gurr's football at a high half back.
3-5-23 Darebin. Carlton 3-3-21 as she goes up the line, finding Lauren Brazzali.
Bit slack on the picking him up then.
Brazzali looking around for some options, gets on the right boot, goes long and high forward of centre wing, broadcast side taken by Ali Build. Ali with the football. Ali Build now going up the line. Kick just fell short of the intended target, and Goss, who got spun around, if you don't mind, by Angelica Goss, and the ball will go over the boundary line and out of play. And that was a handball over the boundary line and out of play.
Yes, an unfortunate.
So that means it is a lasso, and it will be a Darebin free kick going the way of Angelica Goss. She's thinking about a short pass. The umpire's going to give her the hurry up in a second. Goss will come charging at her. She goes with the kick out towards centre wing. Brazzali had it momentarily. Too hot for her. Carly Tupake over the top. Brazzali trying to bust the way through. And the umpire said there is no opportunity, and we'll call for a ball up and get some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
Again, so like the Carlton are endeavouring to attack the ball, but getting blocked every time they come with the Darebin girls. Their back line's very strong at the present stage. They just can't get it clear, Carlton, at the moment. And every time it does, gets into a pack, coming like there.
And Mifsud won the tap, got her own ground ball, only as far as I think it was...
Honeybun.
I think it was Honeybun, yeah. Again, another ball up. Imogen Milford wins a tap. She'll run after the football. It trickles down. Angelica Goss can't keep the football in. Neither can Lawson Tavern, and the umpire will throw it in on this broadcast side wing.
Borg and Misfit are getting with this throw in.
And it is a Misfit win.
Oh, she's got hold of it.
Mackay's tried to run away with the football, but she'll grab the free kick. She didn't have it. She's got short is Hazlitt, but she won't go that way. She'll go down the line. An excellent mark there from Hibbett, Rachel Hibbett. Still a good 65 metres away from home. There's no one deep forward line. Everyone's at centre half forward. Rolls around onto her right. She's kicked it long over the main pack to the left-hand pocket. Running onto it is Carlton. She'll be second to it to Moore. And Moore will see it over the line, albeit...
Nearly a bad fumble then. Come out of Goss's hands, and Nui got clear into the Darebin girl, but she then pushed it through to the points.
3-6-24, Darebin Carlton 3-3-21. Here in this round 5 clash at Icon Park. Brought back into play by Brazzali with a long kick in towards the middle of the ground. And it's Goss that sees it and goes the hand pass to Klingbeil over the top. Now coming to Ingram. Ingram nearly went into heavy traffic. Had to go back to Georgia Borg. Goes out towards the centre wing on the broadcast side. How's it going to sit? Goss took it on the spin, if you don't mind, and delivered beautifully towards the half-forward flank position. Amelia Klingbeil has the football. She's got a player on if she can see her, and that's Tremendinoli.
Good smother.
I'll tell you what, it was smothered off the boot. Wasn't executed well. The smother was done by Simone Rudin. In goes Goss. Managed to tap it backwards to the advantage of her teammate. Oh, swallowed up by Goss. Goss now goes towards the forward pocket in the sharp direction. She's in a one-on-one. Keeps the ball to ground. Beaten out for it in the end. And taking it with a good work. There is Plunkett, who coughed it up as soon as I praised her. And the mark is taken by Vanessa Murphy.
Try to kick it out into a clear position and straight into Ingram's hands.
The Murph has the football.
Murphy, sorry.
She has the footy at about, when she puts boot to ball, 45 metres out from goal. Is she waiting for something open up to pass? There's something in the hot spot. She's ignoring it. She's going to go for distance. And now she goes with a short pass. Is it the required distance? Yes, according to the umpire. And taking the mark, number 29, Jessica Stramendanoli.
6 inches over the 10-metre mark, I think.
She'll be lining up for goal on a 45-degree angle. She'll be kicking it at about 38 metres out. Big kick coming up. Her side down by 3 points. Here on the final term at Icon Park, and shanks it to the right. And it will just squeeze through for a minor score. 3-4-22 Carlton. Darebin 3-6-24. Here on the final term on WARFradio.com and the VFLW YouTube stream.
Lawson's having to bring it back in for the Falcons. She goes long down the line, looks for the paint, won't quite get there. Spills out the back.
Push in the
back. It'll be a free kick going the way of Nadia Moore. And she's got it just near the boundary on the broadcast side. Half forward. Looks central. There's a couple plays there. It can't find any of them. It spills out, and now... And she hasn't had the football. It's going to be advantage the way of Thornycroft. Boots it from 50 metres on the paint. And Polly Sharp can't quite get there toward the boundary. Strumman Denoli wants to keep it in. Instead, she'll give away a free kick for over the shoulder. And the Falcons get away with another one. It's Gogos. She'll go down the line, brings it around onto her right. Looks for her teammate at high half forward. Instead, it's Carlton with Nadia Moore. She'll win the football. Thornycroft is in there, wrapped up by Mackay. And the umpire's seen enough. He wants the football back, and he'll take it at a high half forward for the Falcons. They currently lead by 2 points.
And that's what it does. The ball comes down to ground, and now it's taken away by Olivia Madden. Trying to get a hand pass while under pressure. Everyone's going to jump on Stacks and the pill, and the umpire says, I'll take it back. Tackle being laid on there by Emma McKay. 2 points the difference. 3-6-24 Darebin, 3-4-22 Carlton. That's a Carlton's half-forward flank on the broadcast side, close towards the boundary line. Tackle laid on by Amelia Klingbill. And the umpire says no opportunity. We get some thoughts from Alan Matthews.
Again, at the point of view, you got Borg and Lynch tackling it very well in those bounce-ups, because it's coming there on that half-forward line for Carlton. And not breaking clear, because the girls attacking it all the time, but piling up on a big pile of bodies.
Indeed, and we're going to see another restart of play. Thornycroft laying on another tackle, this time on Gogos. And the umpire will take the football back for Lynch versus Borg for this contest. Give that one to Lynch. Ball hit the ground. Trying to go through there, Olivia Madden. Couldn't quite pick up the clean pill. Goss managed to work it by quick hands to Ingram. Ingram went in towards the forward pocket at the Royal Parade end. Shot is wrapped up by Sharp immediately. Ball is on the ground. The umpire blows the whistle and says there is no prior opportunity. And we'll call for a ball up. 35 metres out. Carlton pressing. They are down by 2 points. Ball is up in the air. One out by Ingram and immediately wrapped up, the Carlton player on that occasion, by Paige Kearney. And we'll restart the play. 35 out from goal.
The tackling count is building up all the time, because both sides are tackling each other fairly vigorously.
And again, it's Thornycroft just sitting on the football. Another ball up, this time 35 metres from home. It's Milford, it's Lynch. They're the two ruckmen. Lynch wins the tap over the head of Gogos. It goes. The Blues try to get it out, but they can't. It finds its way to half back. A tap back by Ingram, only as far as a Darebin player. Now Nadia Moore has a chance, rolls around onto her right. It's a high kick. It's only gone straight up in the air. Kearney sits on top of it, and it'll be a ball up 60 metres away from goal. And it's still a 2-point ball game here at Princess Park. Borg and Lynch go up in the ruck. Borg wins the tap. Carlton have a chance to go, and here comes Honeybun. She fumbles it. She has to track back. She finds Nadia Moore. Nadia Moore kicks it to half forward, and she'll take the advantage. Kicks it back.
The whistle was too late, so she kicked it before.
And here comes Gur. Gur finds her way to Brazzali towards a high half forward. It'll spill out just. It might have just come off the boot of Klingbill. It won't. The umpire will throw it back in. High half forward. And it's a 2-point ball game. 3-6-24, 3-4-22.
Under 5 minutes remaining in this final term. Darebin hanging on by 2 points at Icon Park. Ball is thrown back into play. Out the back, Lynch and Borg both missed it. Ball on the deck, trying to get in there is Hazlitt. Hurry kick out, looking for the safety of the boundary line. That may not be the smartest kick in the world, actually, from Callanan, because if it did go out, it would be last disposal rule against her. Now, did she handball it out, or did she get knocked out of her hands? Interesting interpretation there. Umpire says it was knocked out of her hands by Brianna Gur. And we'll have a throw-in right in front of our broadcast position here at Icon Park. Centre wing. So it's about as even as you can get. Who's going to win this arm wrestle? We wait for the ball to be thrown back into play. It's going to be Lynch versus Borg in this contest. Thrown back into play. A high ball. Call it a draw between the rucks. Ball hit the ground. Overrunning it on that occasion was Olivia Madden. Hurry kick out of there by Klingbill. Tried to gain some metres. Sean brought it to ground. Hurry kick there for the Falcons. Ended up with Emma McKay. McKay played on. Numbers here with Carlton. If the ball will sit well for them. Kolevsky goes in there. Too high. Gave it away. And a free kick for the Falcons. A Falcon player on the ground feeling worse for wear after that. And we have time on. So again, repeating the rules in the VFLW, it is straight 20-minute quarters with no time on unless there is a serious injury. When the umpire stops and blows the double whistle, that means, like he's just done then, that means it is time on and the timekeeper must stop the clock. Now, on occasions, you may watch the video stream and see the clock still ticking. The official timekeeper's clock is not linked to our clock like you may see on AFL broadcasts, for example. So, again, extra time will be added. The player just getting up. They're feeling a bit worse for wear is Rachel Hibbert.
I think he's getting, as there's a report, is it?
Yeah, the book's coming out.
Was a head-high tackle,
and
unfortunately.
I thought Kalevsky pulled out of that tackle but still got head contact on the knee, so an interesting...
I think if you attack a head at any spot, doesn't matter whatever, because it was a head-high tackle, they've got to look at the suspension type thing.
One for the match review panel to look at, obviously, during the week and for them to adjudicate as Rachel Hibbert takes the football in the centre of the ground, kicks it long towards the hotspot, 35 metres out from the goal for Darebin. Hazlitt immediately gets brought to ground, and the umpire says going nowhere. We'll call for a ball up. Darebin are pressing towards the legend stand end, and they lead by 2 points.
Katie McAloon for Darebin, tracking back to the goal square, as is Kelly Duparquet. The tap comes down, Borger wins it. Carlton will try and pick it up, wrapped up very quickly is Murphy, and the umpire once again ball it up at just inside the 50-metre arc at half back for Darebin. They're kicking to the left of screen. Borg wins another tap, wrapped up immediately, and a free kick's been picked out of this contest. It'll go the way of the Blues. No, it won't. Sorry, he's balled it up. My mistake. Borg gets it back to Cosmo and Sharp are there. Cosmo doesn't want the football, but Sharp does. And again, wrapping up. The ball will spill out momentarily.
Cosmo's battling hard for that ball there.
She does. She wants a piece of it. And the umpire takes his time and decides to ball it up. 2-point ball game. Only minutes to play here at Princess Park. Borg wins another tap. She's been dominant in the ruck all day, but out comes... I think it's Carlton. She'll be wrapped up by Klingbeil. And Carlton just can't find a break. If Darebin get a goal here, it's game, set, and match. But Carlton, they're still in it, albeit 2 points down.
That's where a missed kick can come out and either win the game for...
And there it is. It spills right out the back. A chance at socket through.
And there it is, I told you.
And the Falcons, I think they've just found their match winner. And I think they've found it through Emma Mackay for goal number 2. And for the Carlton supporters, the tram is departing in a couple minutes. The Falcons surely home. A soccer through, it just dribbled its way through Alan Matthews, and the Falcons, I think they're there.
My little prediction just worked.
Yeah, I think you're on there. I think you're on the money.
What happened there was to come out of the pack, and just a kick, a wayward kick, bounced it over the pack, got clear, and the Darebin girl had enough gumption just to kick it straight off the ground.
4:6:30 Darebin, Carlton 3:4:22 here at Icon Park in Carlton North. Oh, it looks like the Falcons are going to run out winners today as the umpire has the ball back in the middle of the ground, and it manages to keep the Falcons in touch with the top 6, and they'll remain in 7th spot, though, at the end of the week. Coming into later tackle, Cullinan wraps up her opponent there, and Ashley Thornycroft. Big turnaround for Darebin after a tough year last year, and they run out victors today. The Darebin Falcons, 4:6:30, defeating Carlton 3:4:22 at Icon Park. A home game that was shifted from Latrobe to here. They had to do it on Carlton's deck, Alan Matthews, and they got the job done.
Got the job done right down to the wire, last minute of the play to make sure of it, even though they were in front, I think, all the day, only by a couple of points most of the day. But the game itself was not a scramble, it was back and forth. Each quarter, I think Darebin started off well with it, and then Carlton came back. The only disadvantaged from the point of view of Carlton's point of view. They didn't kick long enough to a player. When they broke open wide, they did get the advantage, but didn't take the advantage enough to score more on the board. The Darebin, they kept on persisting. As I told you, most of the times of their games they played over the years, they're a hard side to knock back because they keep on keeping on all the time.
And we just remind those that are watching on the VFLW YouTube stream, if our stream does drop at any stage, you can keep listening to our post-game show on WARFradio.com. That's WARFradio.com to continue listening to the post-game show. And on VFLW YouTube with Wharf Radio commentary. Tomorrow we'll be back on the YouTube from 10:45 a.m. for Essendon and the Southern Saints at the Hangar. Let's have a look at some of those stats, and we'll get the team stats breakdown as well. For the Darebin Falcons today, Angelica Gokos with 22 touches and 8 tackles. Naomi Celebri had 6 tackles and 19 touches. Nicole Cullinan, 18 touches and 5 tackles. Victoria Blackwood, 13 disposals, 5 tackles. Emma McKay, 13 disposals and 2 goals. Michaelia Meyer with 12 disposals. For Carlton, Ashley Thornycroft with 19 disposals, 15 tackles. Thank you very much, and 1 hit out. Lauren Bazali with 17 disposals, 2 tackles. Brianna Gurr, 17 disposals and 4 tackles. Georgia Borg, 16 disposals, 7 tackles and 44 hit outs. For Lily Goss, 16 disposals, 1 goal, and also in there 6 tackles. Nadia Moore with 15 disposals. Big cheers going there for the Darebin Falcons as we break down the team stats with Toby Hansen.
Yeah, well, the scorecard might read an 8-point ball game in the end, but it was so much tighter than even that. The kicks, only 7 kicks separated these two sides, albeit the handballs were 28 more for the Blues compared to their counterparts at Darebin. The tackles evenly split as well, only a 9 handball difference, and the inside 50s were 29 apiece. So plenty to take away for the Blues, but Darebin Falcons with a famous victory here at Icon Park.
And AFLW around the ground scores. North Melbourne 6-4-40 lead the West Coast Eagles 2 straight 12 at halftime. Arden Street Oval. Don't forget the game tonight. You've got Melbourne and Carlton. Tune in for that one. To Alan Matthews, again for the Darebin Falcons, an important win for them. It keeps them in touch with the top 6, and as we hit the bye after 5 rounds, they're in positive territory with a 3-2 record.
That's right. As I said earlier in the game, that's what I thought. Hopefully they would do the same thing, get the result on the board. Eventually they got that little break and get the 8 points. But overall the game, as we've said, it was only virtually a 2-point game for 78% of the game, I think, as far as I can work out, if you go roughly there. They performed very, very well. As I said, not outstanding, not sort of like flashy football, because the whole game was a tough, hard, tackling type game of football.
And we should point out as well for Carlton, they will be at 1-4 after we pass round 5. They're in a very difficult position. They're not out of the finals race, but they're certainly behind the 8 ball as we hit a third of the way through the season. But it will be interesting considering that as of tonight after their match against Melbourne, their AFLW campaign will come to an end for this season. About after the week off, how many AFLW players will drop back, plus the NAB League talent that will be injected into their side at some stage, and whether that will have a almost completely different side and how they will attack the remaining 2/3 of the season.
Exactly right. As I said, all right, you got those AFL players coming back when the finals are done and out and dusted there. Who does want to come back and who whatever. I think that's, individually it's going to work out that way, I think.
Alan Matthews, once again, thank you very much for your company this afternoon as match analyst, and good to have you back in the broadcast box.
No worries. Thank you, Peter, and hope have a good week.
And to Toby Hansen, marvellous work. The L plates come off after your first go today on play-by-play. Brent Sternberg follows you on social media, so that means you must be doing something right.
Thanks, Pete. It was. It always helps when the first game you call is such a great contest like we saw today.
Indeed it was. In the end, Darebin 4-6-30 defeating Carlton 3-4-22. Goal kickers 2 to McKay for the Darebin Falcons, singles to Simpson and Mifsud. For Carlton, singles to Goss, Lawrence and Hammonds. I'm Peter Holden. I'll catch you again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. alongside Di Filand and Alex Doherty to bring you the game between Essendon and the Southern Saints. That game 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Bounce down at 11 a.m. YouTube viewers will join us at 10:45 a.m. Don't forget to follow us on social media at WARF Radio on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook, and our website, warfradio.com. Until then, it's